Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Normally I would think that this episode would be spent doing bureau missions, but when we looked at the board last, there was only like one thing to do, so that might be quick and then we'll be on to the next main mission. Who knows? I'm still sort of working out the structure of this. As we get in here, a special early hello to Grumpy, Dawn Evil, and Asperby, and I was saying I hope that you guys have all had a great week so far. Week has been good. Oh, it's Asperby's weekend already. That's awesome. By the way, Asperby, I did get a chance to watch at least some of Borlak's last TTRPG session with you guys, and I heard you say that he had put together like a really epic like battle map, and I saw some of that. It's really impressive. It looks like he puts a lot of work into them. I don't know how easy the tools are to use, but he really makes appealing looking worlds.
Assalamu alaikum, Rebecca.
What?
Okay, this is all new.
What else do you know about the Da'irat al-Mal?
A specially curated place. One for the rich to display their bounty.
Does an event like that happen frequently here?
If the local merchants are to be believed, it happens once a year. But I'm sure there are no shortages of parties for the wealthy. What else?
What have you learned about Karkh? I want to see it from fresh eyes.
Nothing that I'm not used to. Corruption, poverty. But the souk is vibrant. The spices, the materials, and oh, the tools. So many things I could experiment with.
Already thinking about taking a break?
Oh, calm down. I know where my focus lies. What else?
You know a little bit about me and where I am from. What about you, Rebecca?
Since when do you want to know more about me?
Come now. We are on the same side. Does not hurt to get to know who you are working with.
Well, I'm not from here. But let's just say my parents would not be out of place in an event like the Grand Auction.
You came from riches.
Shamefully so. As a child, I never enjoyed the glamour, the dress-up, and the manners. It was also suffocating. It all changed when I stepped outside of our gates one day and saw the world for what it really is. I've never turned back since. What else?
No more questions. Shukran, Rebecca.
I kind of like the fact that Rebecca is just like, what else? This topic is complete now. What else? Asperby is saying that there are maps for Tailspire that can be downloaded from others and maybe edited, but she's pretty sure that Borlak did that one himself. I experimented for a little bit on trying to do like that style of tabletop map in Tabletop Simulator, and couldn't find a tile set or a way to import like art that like seemed easy to do without also being an artist. You know, if you're an artist, you can import the pictures really easily. If you're looking to sort of like create 3D terrain, it seemed really difficult to do in a way that wouldn't blow it up. Now, that's something that I forgot to say at the top of the episode. There was a patch since the last episode. It actually just downloaded as we were getting ready to go live. So I want to revisit the weapons dealer to see if maybe this person is willing to start moving again. It looks a little bad since he's still on the dock, but let's give this patch a shot to do its work. For anybody who hasn't been following up on the weapons dealer saga, I failed a couple times at this mission, and now the guy that we were supposed to escort, I basically got killed, I think. The guy that we were supposed to escort is now just like standing out on a small dock, and I cannot bump, talk to, coerce, kill, or otherwise maneuver him into a different area. And I didn't want to take damage, but now that that's happened, I'd like to be able to complete the quest, especially since I would not be surprised if this was a precursor to other quests. Dawn Evil is saying that, by the way, that this is her first 40-hour week in 8 months. Hopefully, so from everything you've said so far, it's been a real good re-entry into this new workplace, and I hope that continues to be true. Oh, I think I broke my shin when I fell. Eat some berries, that'll make it better.
Never have I heard such a voice. Have you known the rebels long?
Long enough to believe in their cause.
Oh, he's moving! You guys, look!
We're safe now. You have my thanks and my trust.
Yes. So that's fantastic. +1 for the patch. For anybody that hasn't seen the previous episodes, we could not get this guy to acknowledge my existence. And we got a sword from it, too! And I have 5 skill points, so we're going to spend some skill points. Let's go with Eagle Sense. I'm not sure that I'm going to use this as much, but so far all the skills have been really good. And then I've got 2 more points, so we're going to take extra tool capacity 3. Done. Now, let's look at that sword we got. Oh, and I think it was Asperby. You asked about the Scarab Talisman, so I did put that one on. However, now we do have Novice Talisman, which is better than Apprentice, I think. Let's wear that. That's our new, what's it called? Rank. So we've got that. Now we'll go back. Let's look at the sword. This is the one that we just got. Every consecutive attack deals +5% damage up to a maximum of +50%. I feel like you can rarely hit guys more than once, though. Once or twice. But it's more damage. It's not as much defense damage, though. Let's give it a shot. It's free to try. And then this was the other weapon, apparently, we got. When Basim's health is... Oh, that's right. I think that we did see this. And we could do an upgrade on this one. Can I see what it looks like? Oh, I kind of like the look of this one. Let's try our newest one. I just want to see how that +5% damage handles, but I really like the design of the other one. Okay. So, now we were able to do that quest. I really was not expecting that, so... Learn more about the Order's plans. Yes. Although, I don't think we're supposed to do this yet. I feel like we're supposed to, like, go to the next bureau. And before we do that, we do have one more contract that we can do. The Trade Delegate. The Trade Delegate has gone missing. Foul play is suspected. Apparently I'm just going to use... Oh, look, this is part of our ongoing storyline. Yeah. The Trade Delegate has gone missing. The last anyone heard, he was traveling near a watering well in the wilderness south of the city. His friends fear something most unfortunate has beset him. It may even be the bandits retaliating in response to the killing of the perfume trader, who I suspect was not the ringleader we assumed him to be. We must find the delegate, and if he is alive, bring him back to safety. After all, his death could damage our commercial arrangements with the merchants. Their contracts bring in a steady income, which we can ill afford to lose. Abu Jafar. We will go do this. And probably fast travel since it's almost 2 kilometers away. Do I have a fast travel point out here? Out here, maybe? This is where we found the merchants, but no, apparently we don't have anything. So we'll just travel here and then head south. Oh, that's awesome. Asperby rewatched the VOD. Asperby, actually, that reminded me. So, normally we don't, like, get into hard numbers. I just wanted to note that, and as I say this, know that it's not, like YouTube numbers. Like, and that's not really what we're going for. But we just had, the first VOD, I believe it's the very first VOD to hit 200 views. And that is after, like... Twitch is very much like a live platform. So to have a VOD, like a full episode, hit 200, that seems kind of cool. Like not a clip, but like the full thing. So I just wanted to thank everybody that checked out the playthrough of Star Trek Resurgence. Episode 1 of that is the VOD that I'm talking about. It seems like we put a lot of effort into that one, so it feels good that people did at least check it out. I really, really appreciate that. I'm gonna pick up our knife. No, I don't have any particular reason to kill this guy. Just don't want to be seen if we come down here. And it just, Asperby, this dead man is busy doing his calisthenics. Asperby reminded me of that when she mentioned watching a VOD, because seriously, it's a few extra steps for every video, every stream, everything that we do to get all that up. And although no one VOD is like that big of a deal, all together, it's a lot of work. And it's just, it really feels good when you guys check it out. So, oh, right. So I have to hold it down. I feel like we got a different steed. I might have forgotten to equip it. I also noticed you have a collection of games and full VODs that stay up for months. How does that work? So if you highlight your video, so like this is episode 6 of Assassin's Creed. After the stream goes down, then the VOD will be up on the channel, and I think it's up for like 30 days. It's either 14 or 30 days, I don't remember. And then this live stream, the archive of this live stream will be deleted. However, if you go in and if you make it into a highlight and maybe cut out any, like, you know, what we'll do is we'll usually grab the full episode, but if I had to get up and go away for a minute, you know, if there was a disruption or something, we'll usually remember to go in and take that out and then save it as a highlight. Highlights are there forever. So you can go back into like the back catalog in our like videos tab and go search for like highlights and go back literally years. Not every single thing, but like most of the stuff that we've ever streamed is right there. And most of that is also organized into collections. So if instead of sorting by, what is it, highlights, if you do the search for collections, you can search back and back and back. I'm trying to remember what the very earliest collection is. Boy. It might be Mass Effect Andromeda. It might be Horizon Zero Dawn. It's something way back there, like 2017 style. It's great for sorting playthroughs. Yes, and the other thing, since we're talking about this, is on the About tab. So the thing that Twitch doesn't make it super easy for is that you can see things that happened recently pretty well, but if you're looking for something that happened like a year ago, you can get there, but it's kind of unpleasant to get there. Like you have to scroll and scroll and it loads and it's like a whole thing. It's just not laid out as cleanly as some other services. However, on the About tab here on Twitch,
this is the place.
We've now added, just real quick, like an alphabetical list of all the full playthroughs that we've done that could be found. So if you were looking for something specific, that will take you directly to the playthrough to try to make it as easy as possible to find. And by the way, anything that I've said there for Asperby or anybody else, if I can share knowledge, I'll be happy to do it. Because I am a big believer. We might do a knife to this guy's face. Okay, looks good. First of all, it's people like saying like, hey, you know, where can I find your playthrough of Astroneer? You know, how do I find your playthrough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Okay, just grabbing the knife. And like, yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to help out. But also anybody looking to set up their own channel. I think that, like, think of all of the amazing art that Asperby has done. Think of all the work that Borlak has done. Think of what Lady B has done. More Than Amiya, Samalander, Patikan, all of these great videos that they've done, all these great moments that were there for a while, but now could be so easily lost without taking a few minutes or knowing what to do to have that stuff preserved. So yeah, I want to make sure that everybody has the knowledge and hope that they'll make use of it. Asperby says that she needs to look into it. Don't save VODs to upload them to YouTube like many do, but saving savable things would be great. Yeah. And I I would submit, this is something that I encourage people to, so I'm in the area, that I encourage people to at least consider.
I need your eyes, my friend.
Whatever you've done, somebody finds it to be their very favorite thing in the world. Like, to you, it was just an episode, a stream that you did to crochet a particular thing, you know, knit a particular thing, an RPG stream that you did with Borlak. But to somebody, that was exactly what they needed right at that time, and now they're going to want to be able to go back and see that stuff in the future. It's not anything that's owed to them, but if it's available to them, I think that that's pretty cool. And you'll never know what it is. I've shared in the past that I really like and revisit. I am investigating the ambush area. I'm checking this camp and not finding much. So we might look further down the road to see if there's more to the ambush site. I'm a fan of a random Kickstarter backer update that they did for Pillars of Eternity 2, which is Josh Sawyer talking about how the multi-classing works. They do a little skit at the beginning. They did a little skit at the end. It's just something about the language and the people and the way that it all unfolds. I just find it really entertaining. It's only a couple minutes long, and I love watching it. I guarantee you when they made that, they were not thinking, oh, let's make something that's going to be somebody's favorite thing ever. But I really like that, and I'm glad that it's up and available on YouTube so I can watch it anytime that I want. And maybe someday that channel and that video will be taken down, and I'll be like, oh man, I really should have saved it at the time. But that's just an example of, like, who knows? Who knows what you do that it's going to make somebody be like, boy, I really love that. Here's another example here from Twitch. Papa Lotko, who regrettably does not stream any longer, she once did like a New Year's Eve stream, like all the way past midnight in her time, and she was just doing art. That's all it was. It was her and art and like the music that she was playing. It was a phenomenal stream. And as far as I know, that's gone now. She was just like telling little stories from previous holidays that she had, and, you know, listening to this music, and she was doing this. I'm trying to remember if that was when she did her water bear art. She did like a water themed bear, but that might have been a different stream. I remember that piece of art too. She was so good. Papa Lotko was so good at art. I really regret the fact that she and blah 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 aren't on Twitch as much as they used to be. I am concerned that I don't know what I'm looking for, except for that big orange glowing part. Okay, now I know what I'm looking for.
Signs of a struggle. There was violence here, though probably not deadly violence.
Okay, that was half of it. Let's look around for more orange spots now that I know. I will say in my defense that sometimes, like in the previous episode, I spent a lot of time looking for a page, and as far as I could tell, that page of paper did not light up in Assassin View. So, when I say that the game hasn't been overly consistent on how you're meant to find things, that's not a criticism. It's just there's not always one way that you're supposed to look for it. At least that's how I feel about it. Asperby is saying she tries to remind herself of that when she feels like the channel isn't moving the way that she'd like to, but is very much motivated to improve the channel. I would say, and this is just me thinking aloud. I am not Joe expert on this. I'm just sort of like, here's how I think of it. Take that for what you will based on like the size and success of this channel relative to like what anybody wants to do with their own. I sort of think that like I'm just trying to find the outer edges of the inspection zone. Looking for material things that you can change or do differently or enhance or preserve or highlight. Here we go. I think that there's a ton of value to that. Also, in addition to that, bear in mind that usually it's gonna be the persistence that gets there.
These marks on the ground suggest someone was dragged away. A kidnapping, perhaps. Most likely the delegate was taken somewhere nearby. I must find him before it is too late.
people's like rise to success will follow a lot of different pathways. One thing that I think that they all have is that usually there's that one event or tipping point, and some might term it as luck, and I really think it's more like persistence, where if you keep looking for ways to do better, that is a cat, that's a predator. I'm going to stay away from that guy. If you do the things that you love, whether it's artwork or playing games or commentary or whatever it is, and you stick at it and you continue to look for new ways to present it and new ways to highlight what you're best at and what you enjoy, I think that combined with one day you're just like right there at the right place at the right time and it really catches on. And that second part, again, not luck, it's just sticking with it. It's not doggedly doing the same thing forever with no modifications, but neither is it, oh, I wasn't successful on Thursday, so I'm going to try this brand new thing on Friday and then it will be a success. It's a little bit of both, I think. Persistence and consistency, says Asperby. Yeah.
Here is the spot.
Okay. Let's just lurk here for a second. By the way, this is our new outfit. I didn't really highlight this, but we've got the green and also our... It's more of a gray, which I actually really like. But again, just me thinking aloud, I think the most critical thing is just enjoy what you're doing. I feel like people who seek success at the expense of their own enjoyment, that's a fast way to burn out. Okay. Why do I feel like I haven't really spotted everybody here? Do not take any damage. Okay, so we're supposed to rescue that person. And there's a key to unlock the gate. So here's what we're going to want to do. I really like our falcon, by the way. This is our peregrine falcon. Enkidu is. Oh, maybe the key is for the chest. Either way. So, I like... This guy is very distracted and also up high. He's got a friend. Oh, no. See, there is a person there. I think I'm too far away.
There is my target.
Yeah, as Asperby says, love streaming and the growth is a major bonus. Yeah, I feel like thinking about it in that way is, I would hope, a great way not to get discouraged. I was watching another stream, and somebody stopped by and, like, in the chat, and was expressing how down they felt about the fact that literally one day ago, they had gotten, like, X number of viewers, and then the stream that they had just done that day, they got like half as many viewers. And to me, that's just like... Hold on, I think we can get this person. Carrie? 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 Please, Carrie. Oh, also, you guys, I was wrong. We actually have 5 pips on our assassin meter down at the bottom left. I very much thought that we were only going to get 1, like we would go from 2 to 3 to 4, but no, we went from 2 to 3 to 5. So, see that guy, like, the second guy over there on the right. I don't want that person to see what's happening. And that person's facing the other way. So if we wait for the closest guy... Ah, here we go. The point is, the person that I was describing in chat, like, basically from one stream to the next, they had dropped from the viewers that they had had before and was feeling, like, really down about it. And I didn't know this person, and I didn't want to sort of, like, derail the chat, but that's just Thursday, man. That's just... People weren't around that day. Also, the streams that this person had done, I did take a look, weren't particularly long, and that's fine, but I found that like the longer you can go and the more consistent you are with your schedule, the more likely it is that the people that are available at those times will know that you're there and then be available. And going up and down, that's just
peace,
normal.
warrior.
Since my goal is not to take any damage, I'm going to remove all of the sources of damage. That's the logic that I'm working on here. It's not a sign of failure, is what I'm mostly getting at. But this person, the reason this sticks in my memory is that this person was like really down about it. I really wanted to be encouraging, but also didn't know this person and didn't necessarily want to, like, again, it was somebody else's chat, so it felt a little bit, let's not get really, really deep into this. Yeah, hopefully, whether it's here or in the VOD, somebody will be, like, hearing this and being like, the thing I would like to say most of all is that if you're interested in streaming, do it. Do it. Give it a shot. Sometimes the setup, and this is the other thing, you don't have to start off from day one with an animated background and a chat bot and a giveaway and a firm schedule. You can just get started one step at a time and add those things in a little bit more, in a little bit more measured of a pace. What is this? Oh, I thought he was finding one of the bodies. I really like my body dissolving knives. Very handy. Hidden One sword. Okay, I want to check this out. I haven't even swung my current sword, but this seems pretty cool. Oh, and let's see if we can change out our camel. I can't. We have to go to a stable. Hidden One sword. Every 5th hit poisons the enemy. So this does very little direct damage compared to the other one. But I love the look of it. So I want to give this one a shot. Hello to Kaz! Asperby saying, agreeing that the viewer adjustment happens, like the variance. I notice if I stream on days or at a time I usually don't, it takes a bit longer for people to show up, and that's okay. Yes. Yes, stream when you are having a good time. Stream when it's available, when you feel like it. And then in addition to that, you have like a regular schedule. That's also great. The regular schedule part is that's the part that we really struggle with here because of like life. Day 12, 1 caravan, 12 camels carrying dates from Syria. Day 13, many oxen laden with grain, harvest rich this year. Herd wild animals in the distance, should probably get a spear for protection. Day 14, some of the Caliph's troops passed through the valley, close to 100 men moving fast. Day 15, too hot, spent most of the day napping. Kaz, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. So, let me look here, because I feel like this is the last person. Hopefully. And hello to Stiggy Man and Czar! Czar, thank you so much for the gift sub to Kaz. Actually, speaking of which, Czar has recently been streaming. Czar, oh, this guy's yelling at me. How has Rise of the Ronin been going?
About time. Promptness is clearly not your strong suit.
Okay.
So what? Are you injured?
No. I always grimace when I'm having fun.
Okay, we've got a smart guy. You guys, I think we did the special request. Oh, yeah, Kaz and Czar and Stiggy Man, if you're just coming in. There was a patch, and it unbugged the quest.
The danger has passed.
Talk.
They were keeping you alive for a reason.
It seems the perfume trader you killed was not the mastermind behind all this. Instead, they intended to bring me to the person he reported to. Though for what reason, I do not yet know.
Whatever the reason, that meeting would have ended badly for you.
Which is why I'm grateful for your intervention. Belated though it was, now I must go. But I will contact you soon.
Okay, let me just take one last look around. I don't care about the knife that I spent to, like, vaporize that guy. I'm gonna have a quick glance around. We already got the chest. Yeah, there was, actually, this is another source of knives. Czar is saying, he just like a more active chat. I get viewers that don't even say hi before leaving. And Czar, what I'll say is that that can also be fine. Here's one thing that I'm trying to be more mindful of. Sometimes people want to hang out and they don't really like want to be interviewed. Like when like you'll come in, right? Like what we're doing right now and be like, "Oh my god, Czar, how was your Thursday? Kaz, how was your Thursday?" And like I'm really curious, but also at the same time, sometimes people just like, they sort of want to come in and just like vibe with the stream and not necessarily feel like they have to be at their keyboard. So I've been thinking that I might want to moderate that a little bit, but at the same time, like, you'll come in, App will come in, Mia will come in, Samalander, and I'll like jab, and I'll be like, oh man, this is something that I really wanted to talk to them about, and it just feels like a great opportunity. I'm just looking for a happy medium ground where people know that I'm really glad that they're here, and also if they're not like interested in being super active in the chat, they just want to lurk, that is also okay. So yeah, like Czar, people might stop by and they might not like say hello, but if they're there and hanging out and lurking, that's still like, that's like Twitch still is happy about that. It's all a good thing. I'm trying to whistle. Sticky Man saying unbugged it. That doesn't seem like Ubisoft. Yeah, so there was a quest. It was a weapons merchant that I was supposed to escort, and he sort of like walked out onto a pier, and then I couldn't, like a little boat pier, and I couldn't interact with him beyond that, and that was bugged for the last several episodes. I want to go up here to see if there might be like a fast travel point. I'm looking for some way to be faster to get out here in the future. And between the last episode and this one, there was a brand new patch, and then I went over to that person and he came along. And by the way, it turned out that the quest was done. Like when I walked up to him, he was immediately like, oh, here we are, we're safe. Here's your reward. So the quest was literally bugged at the finish line. And I think that that's what had happened. I think that he got to the finish line, then I died because I was still in a fight, and the game couldn't reconcile that I had both succeeded at the quest and also died. I watch like 4 hours of Twitch at work where I don't interact. I just find the game, or more like a person I enjoy, and just have the vibes while I program. Absolutely. So like right now, I'm like, you know, we're chatting with Stiggy Man, but if Stiggy Man goes quiet, or like I were to ask a question and not get a response, that's perfectly fine. And I want to say that to Stiggy Man and everybody else. You guys have real lives. You might get a... Okay, this is a cool place, but it doesn't have a, like a place, synchronization point yet. You might get a phone call. You might decide that you're going to drive home from work. You might get up and go to lunch. Like, who knows? So, yeah, I just... Lurkers are awesome. Okay, this is a restricted area. This random farm. This will probably be a mission later on. What it is not is a fast travel point. So here we go. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So we'll just go west a little bit, hit the road, and then we'll go up and get that synchronization point. Czar says, I'll watch my viewer count go from 1 to 2 and 3 and back down to 1 and nobody says a word. The other things is that, A, that could be people checking out the stream because they're curious, like, where you are in the game, and then they realize that you're ahead of where they are, so they want to be careful about spoilers. And sometimes that number will vacillate pretty widely because, like they're getting an ad, and you may not be aware of that there's an ad break playing, because until you hit a certain point, you can't really, like, schedule it. So the ads just sort of fire when they choose to. And it's not always going to be for everybody at the same time. It sort of, like, fires off on a schedule based on when they joined, I think it is. Okay. Go up. But I also like Ziggy Man's recommendation of, like, don't worry so much about the viewer count. I think it was Netheryam. I think I heard this from Netheryam. Said he goes into every stream and he just pretends like he is talking to his favorite person in the whole world, and he keeps the viewer number off. It doesn't, he doesn't know and doesn't, like, spend any time figuring out if he has one person or 5 people or 10,000 people in the chat. If there's a question or a comment that he can respond to, then he will do so. But other than that, he just thinks in his head like he's talking to his best friend, to his very most favorite person. I think that's a fantastic way to look at it. Kaz is saying, I'm super shy in nature. There's many streams where I just lurk for the vibes. Gotta love the lurkers. Yeah. And Siggy Man says, I don't. You can't go around here on Twitch and share sender feelings with everyone like that. We are but NPCs in your main character storyline. Oh, hold on. I'm not technically in a forbidden zone, but I do want to wait for these people to turn around. They might have questions for me if I come popping out of a haystack right behind them. Come on. There we go. I am not a programmer. I've never done programming. I will say that of the things that I've never done that I think I could potentially be good at, programming falls into that category. I might try programming and fail horribly, but from what... Okay. This boat is... Oh, he's trying to get unstuck from the rocks. Yeah, I've been there. Okay. From what I know about programming, which, again, you could fit on the palm of a hand, it seems very, very detail-oriented and very process-oriented and a lot of, like, trouble-solving. And those are things I think I'd be fairly good at. I might live to regret that if I ever get into programming and find that I just don't have the aptitude at all. But I find it... Like, I watch Asperby, like, knit and crochet. I watch Lady B do her paint pours, and, like, they're both artists. I'm like, I could work for 100,000 years. I couldn't do what they do.
Thabin member is near.
When I've interacted with programmers, I say, I don't have any of the knowledge to get started right now, but I think I could learn it with enough time and effort in a way that I would not be able to learn art. There's something right here.
Show me everything.
I don't understand. I'm gonna pickpocket this person? Oh, no I'm not. I bumped him. Oh, despite what it shows, it's actually inside the building. Okay. The rare person I didn't kill. So, Who knows what's happening there? Still having done 0 enigmas, by the way.
Find your lodgings in our glorious city.
If you're watching, Sonder is the feeling you have when you have a moment where you hyper-focus on the fact that every person you pass has their own thoughts, worries, hobbies, life in general, and they will continue to exist when they leave the current situation. So wait, Sonder, is that word or concept from a particular country or culture? Like Schadenfreude is like a German word, I think, for example. So does Sonder come from that? Or, sorry, is Sonder from a particular... country or culture, or is that just the word for it? And I wouldn't say that I'm trying to think if I've ever, like, felt like a particular hyper-focus on that fact, but it has occurred to me at various points in my life, like, you're driving around, like you're in the car and you're going someplace, and you sort of think, at least for a few moments, holy shit, every single one of these cars is a story that you don't know anything about. Some of these people are going to work. Some of these people are currently at work, like they're driving as part of their job. Some of these people are looking for work. Some of these people are on the way to or from a hospital where they were just visiting a loved one. Some of these people are shopping for a new car. Some of these people are picking up groceries. They're visiting a sibling that they haven't seen in a long time. Like, every single one of those cars is somebody on their way to or from something, and you'll never know what any of those stories are. Unless you try to find out, and I don't recommend it. Like this is not like, yeah, we should really go find out what all those people are up to. No, they're living their lives, but I think Christopher Nolan's movie Following is about that, but I've never actually seen that.
Greetings.
Well met, sir.
May I see your wares?
Lots to peruse, I assure you.
Okay, can I do any upgrades for any of my things? No. Well, done. Done. No. Yes. No. And yes. So, if I wanted to upgrade this, Basim generates 2% health every 2 seconds while unseen, up to 50% of maximum health. I don't really expect to use this, but also, what if I do? So, let's upgrade it. I've got plenty of resources. Not a big fan of the description of lick your wounds. That's cool for cats, but not for me.
Stronger. Better.
Oh, and we can do this one as well. So, the trouble with Sand Outfit is, well, okay, we can make it look however we want. How do I feel about the bonus? Once during a conflict, Basim can survive a lethal hit and slow down time for 4 seconds. This is the Sands of Time one. It's the Prince of Persia one. And, again, I've got the resources, so let's do it. But I don't really expect to use this. By the way, is there a specific Prince of Persia where he's dressed that way? I don't remember one offhand. Oh, wait, I could have done another upgrade. Sonderbar is a German word, says Asper B. It means strange, peculiar, curious, and weird. Also, Stiggy Man is saying the easiest way to see if you can learn programming is if you can break down a task into smaller tasks, such as grabbing an apple, raise arm, reach out, close hand, etc.
I will see you later.
Safe travels.
I don't know. Like, that feels like something that I would be pretty good at, but I don't actually know. It's one of those things where it probably sounds a lot easier than it actually is. Like, oh, sure, I can break down a complex task into individual actions and sort of like the if-thens, but in the actuality of it, if that were easy for people to do, then I think that we'd have a lot more programmers. I like to be very careful about being an expert at things I've never tried and don't know anything about. Kind of want to be a little bit light on that.
There. One of the Thahabin members.
Yeah.
I should investigate.
So here's how we're going to investigate. I'm going to throw a non-lethal trap at them and then take what they have. Oh, well, that was partially successful. Hey, not really the guy I wanted to kill.
Shard brings me one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of the chamber.
Okay, X is my dodge button.
Oblivion! Embrace!
Really light on stamina.
Pathetic!
Oh, every fifth hit poisons them. I forgot about that.
Predictable! I've got
Right, their back
all
is
day.
vulnerable.
Mangling.
Yo, that poison does work. Like, this sword doesn't do any damage, but the poison seems really good. Ow. So I have to say, kind of a fan of the poison. If anybody saw both, or either Odyssey or Valhalla, I was very partial to poison because it feels more assassin-y than just lighting people on fire. Siggyman is a generalist. Main expertise is automation. I should probably, like, practice on things that can be further automated, like Photoshop and stuff. Because you can set up all sorts of scripts to automate common tasks in that. So this area had a lot more than I was expecting when I arrived. Oh, we could get our horse. Stop by the stable. Kaz is saying that Warrior Within is where that outfit is from. I played that full trilogy, and Warrior Within is the one that I remember the least. Sands of Time was great. The third one, like the Two Princes, I think it was called, I remember liking it, and it was a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but I also, like, enjoyed it. But I don't, like, I sort of vaguely remember it.
Well met.
Be welcome here.
What have you got today?
Lots of choice.
All right, well, I wanted to have this guy. That's the horse that we bought, the gray horse.
Nothing else?
Zara's saying, as far as turning off the viewer numbers, I can't actually turn that off, and watching it literally bounce minute by minute is just annoying. So, I also don't know how to
Safe travels.
turn it off. What we normally do is just sort of, like, reposition the viewer, like the little thing, so it doesn't display on screen. But I've heard from, like, NetherYam and others that there is an option to, like, not display it at all. I just don't happen to know what it is.
Best I stay hidden.
Siggyman automates bots. Like, for instance, we have a website that does not have an API that houses student data. Siggyman works at a school. So the bot will, at 1 a.m., log into its machine, boot up Chrome, look at the SQL database for users, and update their info. Sounds like it's saving a human being a lot of tedious work, and I am a big fan of using automation for that. It's when... It's the idea of, like, automating art. That's where I really bristle. Like, the creativity. Saving somebody the effort of, like, 10 keying in 100,000, like, student IDs at the start of every semester. That, yeah, let's put that onto somebody else. Automating the sort of work that you're looking at, that sounds like a big thumbs up. So we do have a Tale of Baghdad there, and we have one there. Yeah, let's look at this one, because I've been walking past this and not doing it. We can fast travel to right here. Kaz says, Simonize33, who streams on Twitch, was a dev for Warrior Within. It was the first game that he worked on. He's currently playing it on this channel. So if you want to jog some memories, he's streaming Saturday for part 3. It's interesting to see the dev play on a game that they worked on. So, this, like, Kaz, because I wouldn't want to ask this in the stream, because I feel like it's a loaded question. But Warrior Within, the one thing that I do remember is that there is a huge tonal shift from Sands of Time to Warrior Within, and then a less dramatic but still noticeable tonal shift back in The Two Princes, if I'm remembering the name of it correctly. And I mean specifically that Sands of Time had this very sort of like fanciful fairy tale style, like there was some menace and some grimness to it, but this very like Arabian Nights style, like fairy tale nature to it. And in Warrior Within, within the first 40 seconds, the prince is calling somebody a bitch. So it's like, it's so, it really feels like it was made by like not only a different development team, which I think that it was, but also like a completely different country. Like it just, it's coming out of such a different place. And I would love to know more about that decision-making process in a way that doesn't come across as like judgmental. Because like the person like that you're talking about there, Simonize, almost certainly did not make that call, but somebody did. And it's just one of those things that I'm curious about, like, why did they do that? So hold on, we have a Baghdad tale here.
It is all right. I know you.
I cannot place your face, but you bear our mark.
I am Neji, one of Mentor Rayhan's informers. I asked for a more difficult assignment, but maybe I should not have.
Tell me the problem.
I tracked a pair of corrupt guards to the place where they take their bribes. But I do not think I can handle both.
Well done so far. Between us, we can finish the job. Follow my lead.
Yes, I know what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I'm going to follow your lead then, which I'm comfortable with doing. Okay. So do I go kill them? Because I can do that.
Crush the vermin!
This job has just gotten a whole lot harder.
Yeah, no, I wasn't really expecting to do this. This way.
Basim, you have done it. Murder! Killer here!
Yeah,
Tabban,
real
I need
pro.
to flee. Congratulations. Your first official assignment as a hidden one is complete.
I could not have done it without your help.
Nonsense. With a little more training, you will do fine. You simply need more confidence.
You really think so?
I do. Only a rare few succeed perfectly on their first attempt. Do not give up.
Thank you, Basim. I shall report back to Mentor Rayhan and see what he says.
Okay, so Czar...
Almost had him.
Hold on.
I think.
Yo, that one was way easier than the last one that I did. Remember the last Baghdad tale? It was like find the 3 pages. Okay. Maybe I'll just leave. Czar is pointing out this because he's streaming directly from the console. I think his PlayStation 5. The viewer count is like always displayed on screen. And that's a good point because Czar, like I've been to your stream, it doesn't show for the viewer. That's one of the, frankly, extremely cool things that the PlayStation 5 does. It allows you to have chat and like viewer count on without it actually showing for the outgoing stream. But you're right, I don't know of a way to change that. So we're a little bit notorious. I'm going to go head off in this direction, but it's mostly so that we can see if we can become less notorious as we go. keep an eye out for some posters. Oh, and I did see what Kaz said as well, that Simonize was the rigger for like, whoops, animating, basically getting the skeleton working and like doing the animation work on that. Okay, that person's already dead. Yep. I really like this poison. Oh, I'm getting shot or something? Okay. So this is not going the way that I'd hoped with regards to being less notorious. And Kaz had also said that Simonize would be happy to talk about that. Yeah, it's one of those things where I would, as long as that's cool, I don't want Simonize or whoever to be like, oh boy, here we go. And another person who's here to be like complaining about it. Because for me, it is more of a point of curiosity. I played Warrior Within. I don't happen to remember very much about it. But I will say that I remember I didn't hate it. I just thought that like the tone of it was like curious, and I've heard it attributed to that was sort of the style of the time. There was this move towards like gritty, grimdark realism and like super hardcore stuff, but it would be so much more interesting to hear it from the words of an actual member of the development team who could say, yeah, so here's what we wanted to do internally, but here's what Ubisoft executives told us we needed to do. Or the reverse of that. Or there was this one project lead who was like super into like Spawn comics or whatever, and was like, you know, it would be hearing the story directly from somebody in the position to know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Simonize. Was it 33?
Not welcome here.
Yep, no, that's fine. Not looking for a fight. I've been through some of those. Also, specifically, that guy is not looking for a fight because... cannot ride these... coconuts? Avocados? I have no idea what these are. I do not know what sort of nut-shaped fruit is green on one side and pink on the other. Sure, a lot of people in the world know. Interesting. Czar says that Warrior Within is the only Prince of Persia game that he's played. I really want to play the new one. Oh, and sorry, somebody had also pointed out, maybe Czar... No, Sticky Man. AC1 was meant to be a Prince of Persia game called Prince of Persia Assassins. Yeah, and they... Ubisoft spun it off and said, well, what if instead of working inside of this existing IP, we did our own thing and like generated our own thing, and like look at it now. I have played... Oh, and by the way, I think, and Sticky Man, it sounds like we'll know for sure, I'm pretty sure that there is footage that exists of Assassin's Creed 1 back when it was Prince of Persia. Okay, so we have to see what's happening here. Oh, he worked it out. By the way, we are now anonymous again. That's how much effort it took. Not a big deal. What was this? Oh, that's a lift. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and was like, oh, is that a person that we can, like, you know, alms for the poor or something? We haven't seen any beggars, but I would want to provide them some money, because I've got it. If we're gonna steal from the poor, we might as well give to the slightly less poor, or slightly more poor. E3 2006, is that when they first showed it off? Yeah, I've only ever seen it when it was Assassin's Creed. I've never seen, like, the... back when it was gonna be a Prince of Persia. But I've played Sands of Time, Warrior Within, The Two Princes, Prince of Persia, which I think was the one that had Nolan North in it. And that was the one where, rather controversially, you couldn't die. Like if you fell off of a cliff or missed a jump, then Elika, or whatever her name was, like the companion that you were with, would like magically throw you back up to the surface and like give you another try. And like to me, it's like, okay, so I'm just saying, instead of having a game over screen and then you load from that platform, they do a little animation where the woman that you're with, I just don't remember her name. It's something like Elika, something like that. She like throws you back up there. Mechanically, it's exactly the same. And I guess conceptually it's different in that, well, I didn't die. And like, yeah, I also don't like to die in games. Like I will do a lot to not get killed. But if it's the difference between a game over screen or an animation screen, it's fine. I don't know. I feel like it's fine. More concerning to me is that from a mechanical standpoint, I remember Battlefield Bad Company 1 had a mechanic where you would die, but then when you respawned, like you never lost any progress. You could get killed, you could be like knocked down to 0 health and die, but then when it reloaded, anything that you had done was always exactly the way that you had left it, which meant you could pass the whole game like you were like, what's the phrase I'm thinking of? I'm trying to think of like the name of somebody who just dies infinitely. Replicate, I guess. You will always die, but you can never ever lose progress, so there's no penalty for dying at all. That actually bothers me more, because when you died in Prince of Persia, you still had to retry the jump. You still had to like redo the thing. Oops.
Hold on.
In Battlefield Bad Company, when you died, you still kept all of your progress. So if you had to die 50 times to take out these 3 guys, you still took out the 3 guys. That to me, it's a matter of personal preference, but that seems like the opposite of a game to me. Sticky Man only played Sands of Time. Hold on. Was rather bloody for my age, but my parents were not very strict with the games that I played. Too much information, lots of sickness, so PS1 and PS2 was the escape from the hospital. Without delving into the specifics, I will say, Sticky Man, that we do a yearly... It's once every year. It's in November, and it's the Extra Life Marathon. You've almost certainly heard of it. Lots and lots and lots of streamers and publications and other places do it. And one of the things that I talked about in this last year is I have a long history of like playing games and enjoying games, but that was a luxury that I could enjoy because I didn't have to worry about making medical appointments. Like I didn't grow up sick. So I'm glad that there were some respites from the hospital stays, and that it sounds like things have been on the upswing since then. Hopefully that's true, and if not, whether it's programming or gaming or whatever else, I hope it continues to present a good escape. Something to focus on that's fun. I'm looking for a safe way down from here. I came up here mostly for this chest, which is like very close to me. Okay. We have a sense of where it is, and a guard who's between me and what I want. Okay. I sort of wanted to, like, assassinate the guy behind me, but... Also, one thing about the if you guys haven't noticed about the poison blade, it's not like every 5th, like, hit on the same target. It's every time it strikes a 5th time. So if you're smarter about it than I am, you could lay out 4 hits on the guy you want to damage, poison the other guy, and then go back to the first. Yeah, bye. Okay. Now back to our chest. Here we go. Now, there's also an Enigma, and this one is pretty close, so let's see if we can head up here. Czar loved the intro video last year. Yeah, I'm glad for that. Extra Life is the time to, I feel, try to make sure that the focus is squarely on the kids in the charity. And my hope was that that did a good job of, like, really centering on that topic. Also, like, the good thing about Sands of Time is that even at the time, I don't think that it was particularly, like, bloody or violent. Oh, crud.
You die now!
Why do I not? Look before I leap.
You!
I want to use my assassin pips, by the way. Those 5 pips where you can do, like, the instant kills. The most I've ever done is 2, and now we have 5 of them. Oh, that's the guy. Okay. I don't feel like I can knife throw from here. So E-Man's first game was Spyro Year of the Dragon. Last 17 years have been PC game exclusively because Warcraft 3 got you into RTS.
And now you rest.
My first game was probably, like, in an arcade, like, if I had to guess, probably Ms. Pac-Man. That is the game, or maybe Donkey Kong, like the original OG Donkey Kong, like, in the arcade. Those are the games that I have a memory of wanting to play and, like, being physically incapable of managing the controls and also seeing the screen. And being really frustrated. My parents being like, well, you'll be able to play when you're older. And it's like, but I want to play it now. And then the first home game, probably one of the earliest games that I can remember playing, and I'm not going to say that it was the first, but one of the earliest memories that I think that I have a memory of is, it was a Commodore 64 game for sure. I have no memory of what it was called, like, not even a guess. But what I do remember is that every level was, like, had a different mechanic to it. And it was either the first or the second level it was like an auto runner, and this was like a Commodore 64 level auto runner. And no, and that's not even a proper thing. It wasn't really an auto runner like you think of it. Your character was running forward, and there were these spears coming at you from both sides. And what you had to do on the joystick, we had a joystick for our Commodore 64. It had a single button, 2 buttons. The point is, you were going forward, and you had to jump or duck so that the spears would not hit you. And I'm pretty sure that if any spear hit you at all, then it was an instant kill, and you'd go back. And when I was that young, I couldn't do it. My reflexes... Oh, hi. My skill with the system was just, I physically couldn't do it. And I remember my father, and I would go to my dad and say, you know, can you do this section? Because I always wanted to do the section after that, which I could do. Like, and I don't remember what came after that, but it was a very different sort of, like, style of...
Pay for your sins.
Sure, why not? Okay, can I do my assassination thing from here then? Launch. Looks good. So there was this running section that I couldn't do. My father, I remember very distinctly, said he would always be willing to pass that section for me as long as I tried it first. Like, he always wanted me to give that a shot, and then if I tried it a couple times and I couldn't do it, then he would do it for me. I don't remember what game that was. We wound up having a lot of games on the Commodore 64, so I don't know that I ever did that section. Like, eventually I moved on and was playing other games on it, but I always remembered that lesson of being, you got to at least try. If you don't try, you'll never learn to do it. And that was sort of like the lesson that I pulled from that. But that's the earliest, like, a game that I was playing at home on our home computer. After that, you get into, like, the text-based games, which I played a little bit later than that, but those were the Zork and Suspended, Enchanter, Sorcerer, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Those are the ones that really stuck out to me. I was a big fan of Suspended in particular. I actually looked up years later, like, how were you even supposed to advance in that game, and realized that I never, ever got close. I was way off on what I thought you were supposed to be doing in that game, but I did really like to play it. So, as I read Sticky Man's next comment, just out of curiosity, did you have an opinion or an experience with Warcraft 3 Remastered or Reforged or whatever it was called? Because I know enough that was not well received. What I don't really understand is why. Like, I know some of it. Warcraft 3 Reforged was pitched as though it was going to be a rebuild and a remaster of, like, a remake, a full-on remake of...
That child looks like he has gotten himself into a tricky situation.
Yeah. This is our Baghdad story that we're here for. And that, well, like, that was originally pitched as, like, they were going to do, like, all new, like, brand new cutscenes for it, and like, really bring the production...
quite a climber.
...quality up, and... Then when the game actually came out, it didn't have any of those things. Oh, and I think that the other thing is, like, didn't they, like, shut down, like, the mod... Like, mods weren't available for it or something? Seaman said, I don't touch it with a 6-foot pole. It has worse art direction, no proper mod support, and is always online. Oh, and hello to Borlak! How did I know you would have Mirage? It's a very good game, Borlak. It's worth having. Borlak, I hope you're having a great Thursday.
My name is Basim, and I climbed up here without thinking it through. Do you think you could help me get down? When I was your age, I did all kinds of foolish things to impress my friends.
I did not do it for them. I did it for the Hidden Ones.
Ah, the Hidden Ones.
Not everyone believes in them, but I do. They're the true protectors of the people. They were the ones who avenged my mother. Not the Khalifa or his men. The Hidden Ones did that.
I see. And you thought this would get their attention, climbing up here.
I heard they can die from great heights and not get hurt. But I cannot do something unless I see someone else do it first.
Do you think you could do it if I showed you?
Awesome. Why are we going to encourage this kid to try this?
You see? I am unharmed. Now you go.
I cannot.
Yes, you can. Do not overthink it. You simply need to have faith.
I am fine. Give me a second.
Are you hurt?
No, nothing broken.
You are a fast learner.
I told you, I can do anything if only someone shows me first.
That is a valuable talent. Be sure to have a good teacher next time you try something risky like that.
You could teach me.
I am no teacher. I still have much to learn.
No, you are a good teacher. You teach by example. Are you...
Seek me out when your voice begins to break. Then we will talk.
Oh, I really want to show that kid how to make better decisions. If he can do anything. Oh my god. Borlak was voting to push him off. Oh, hold on, we have to pet Cat. Come here. Pet. Siggyman has a coworker who uses a Commodore 64 to control his heating system. He upgraded it with a serial Wi-Fi adapter. It's a really neat usage of a vintage system. Yeah, I was sharing in a stream not so long ago, although I don't remember the episode. The Commodore 64 was a tank. Like, looking back on it, it wasn't carelessness so much as a severe misunderstanding of how sensitive electronics usually are, or at least in our modern day. The Commodore 64 withstood a lot of abuse. Not like physical abuse, but like electrical abuse. And I'm amazed at how well it stood up. And therefore not amazed that your friend has one that is still in operation. They built those suckers to last. Dawn had a ColecoVision. We never had a ColecoVision. Never had a ColecoVision. No Atari. No Intellivision. There was an age where I really wanted an Atari 2600 because it was what other people had, and also, hey, more video games. I love video games. Looking back now, the games that were available on the Atari 2600 were very, very primitive compared to like a lot of the stuff that I remember playing on the Commodore 64. And you look back on it now and like, yeah, those games were like super primitive. But like Adventure, there was like a hide and seek game. Everybody knows about E.T. There was an Indiana Jones game. Some of the games on the Atari 2600 were so abstract. I don't know how you would ever figure out what was going on without a manual to tell you what you were supposed to be envisioning. Borlak is also curious, how did the cat double in size when you picked it up? I choose to believe that Basim shrunk in size because he was so taken by the adorableness of the cat. That also happened in Valhalla, by the way. I don't remember petting cats in Odyssey. I might be misremembering. But in Valhalla, there was at least one episode where we had a conversation about, have domesticated cats ever in history been anything like the size that we are seeing in Eivor's arms right now? Because I would love to have a big cat like that, but probably not one that could take my arm off. Czar's first console was the original Nintendo. Stiggyman was also saying, doesn't hate... Hold on, I do want to get to the top of this, because this was our... Okay, we're not going to go in. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt what we were doing with that kid. Doesn't hate Ubisoft game, but hated Valhalla. Like, holy balls hate it. It's entirely down to the fact that they did not instruct English voice actors on how to pronounce the Nordic names other than the intro cutscene. So, see, I also don't know how to perform Nordic names. For people that do, I could imagine that would be very grating. For me, I was actually thinking that I'd want to do a...
I'll finish you!
Why do I never look before I leap? Out. I was actually thinking that I would want to do a segment where I only said nice things about Valhalla, because I've had some harsh words for it in recent episodes of this game, and it does not represent how I felt about the game through most of it. Like, I really liked... There was a lot of it that I like the Layla Hassan sections where like you would change from Eivor into Layla and do like a platforming challenge. I actually really liked every single one of those. And that was something that, as far as I can remember, wasn't in the other games that, again, I might be misremembering. Like, Valhalla took some swings. A lot of them didn't connect for me, but I didn't dislike it to the extent that I've sort of like, that you would easily believe based on the way that I've talked about it. And that again makes me immediately think of like things that I wasn't enthusiastic about it, but I've probably covered those as well. But yeah, if the pronunciations were off for these so-called Vikings that weren't saying any of their things correctly, any of their like language, their own language, yeah, I can imagine that being very annoying. So let's go to the Sharkia. I'm not going to say it correctly. I'm so sorry. We're going to go talk to this person. Oh, nice. We are really close. Sigman feels like Borlak enjoyed Valhalla and didn't care about the voice acting at all. Yeah, I will continue to say that a lot of my issues with Valhalla were probably due to decisions that I made. And it's difficult to differentiate between that and the elements where things were like not up to the quality level that I would have expected coming off of Odyssey. But let me put it this way, there's other Assassin's Creed games for which I have much harsher words. Oh, Borlak is asking, is there a crochet giveaway coming up for on Asperby's channel? Hold on, where exactly is this chest? No, not here. It's way over there. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna continue on towards our location. Oh, it's a locate area. So we have to find the Hidden One Bureau in this area.
Go, Enkidu.
Oh, there it is. It's actually marked on our bird. Borlak started playing Black Flag again. Black Flag was a lot of fun. Rogue is the one. If I got the hankering to play Black Flag again, I would probably actually play Rogue, because Rogue is the Assassin's Creed game that I both like enjoy and also have done barely any of the side content. At issue is that I've only ever played Rogue after Black Flag, and as a result treat it more like a let's focus on the story and do all the story stuff and skip all the side content. Someday I'd like to go in and like really engage with that side content. Asperby will be giving away crochet on Moko Maid's party event, which is happening right now. Oh, cool! Are you okay? Okay. Whatever's happening here, I'm just gonna let it happen.
They will die for this. Every one of them.
It is time we fight.
Your anger is just, but you will not win a war, Ali. Basim, good, you are needed. Mercenaries have taken some rebels and executed them in the square.
And your Rafik would have me hide like a rat while they hunt my men openly.
We must at least return the dead to their families.
Do you still fear to fight these devils, Beshi?
My only fear is that we become like them.
There is more to this than it seems. The Khalifa would not risk war. This is the work of the Order.
Then I will find those responsible and slaughter them like dogs.
The Order will find you first. It's likely they are looking for you and Beshi already. You are well known to them. Basim, however...
Ali, I will find who did this, and I will kill them all. You have my word.
Basim is right. Let him do this. When those responsible lie dead, you will receive the credit.
All right. Everyone must know it was me. I will return to Jarjaraya, but I will not wait long. I will meet you at the gate, Basim.
And I will make sure the bodies are returned to the families for burial.
That might have gone badly.
You think this is the work of the Order?
Yes. As you know, Sharqiya is run by Turkic mercenaries paid by the Khalifa, who himself is only a puppet for the Order. Spies tell me at least one of the mercenary commanders in Sharqiya is with them.
Tell me who, and I will find him.
We must tread carefully. Sharqiya stands on a razor's edge. The rebels are armed and growing in number. They could attack at any time. A misstep here could start a war that threatens even Elamut.
What do you advise, Fulad?
Go with Ali to Jarjaraya and look around. Someone there must know something. And Basim, work quickly. You see what is at stake.
All right, we'll probably look at the board, but I feel like we're gonna focus mostly on this story. Yeah. All right. So the slave merchant. I do like killing slave merchants. If you are trading in slaves, I usually want to go settle that. But let's focus on our main objective for now. We'll do that next episode. Sorry, I don't know if I can unlock a new tool. Also, I don't know what this says because I didn't see it before. My brothers in the shadows, the whispers have slowed to a silence, but like the patient fishermen, we cast our nets and wait. Rest assured we remain committed to our end of the agreement. Now about yours. We require a new shipment without delay. Our lives and the success of our mission depend on it. The Lion of Freedom. That's a
Ali is waiting at the gate for me to go with him to Jarjaraya.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go meet with Ali.
Good to see you. Nice to see you.
What new wonders have you created?
Take a look.
Okay, yes, we do get to unlock one. And this is our last one, I think. Smoke Bomb. I love Smoke Bomb. I've used Smoke Bombs in the past, which is why I want to do like the Trap and the Noisemaker. Those have been variants in like previous games. I just hadn't really used them in this one yet. So we will unlock.
Seen enough?
Your skills could surely aid me.
Be my guest.
Asperby is also saying, so the giveaway is happening as part of Moko Kate's partner party, but at the rate that her channel is going, there'll be a celebration stream in June with giveaways. Asperby, please let us know about that. I want to make sure that we give people an opportunity, especially if they can win something that was crocheted. Ammunition capacity, range you can throw, how long the smoke remains active. Let's not take... This is my first thought, but I don't know how long it remains active now. So let's instead focus on... the... Let's just go with the extra capacity. That'll give us a baseline for which of these two things I would find more useful. We'll also take it up to Smoke Bomb Tier 2. No, well, I like Silent Blast a lot. Healing Vapor recovers some health. I've got health potions for that. Choking Fumes damages enemies caught in the smoke. I like the Silent Blast because that gives us, like, people might see it, but we can, for reasons already stated. So I don't have enough gears, and that probably means, I think our other two tools are up to level 2 as well. Yeah. Okay.
Nothing else?
Stiggy Man has a turn in. Stiggy Man, it was awesome to have you hanging out today. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your gifts.
Farewell.
If we were fortunate enough to earn a follow today, thank you very, very much. The bot doesn't shout out follows, and I don't know why. We've tried to fix it. Also, can we push back on this idea that if Borlak's channel keeps going, he's going to get bored and quit? Borlak, please don't. We were just talking about all the awesome streamer friends, well, at least some of them, that, you know, stepped away to do other stuff. And I would really feel sad if we did not have Borlak streams. I know I don't always get to chat, but I love the TTRPG streams, and I like I do tend to get mixed up between, like, World of War Tanks and War Thunder, which are two different games. are probably very different, but I'm just not as noticing on like which is which. But I really like it when you play these games.
I have some questions, Fulav.
I hope I have answers for you.
All right, sir? Oh, here we go.
What do the rebels want?
You yourself know well the divide between rich and poor. Many have grown tired of the injustice and want change. In the beginning, it was mostly slaves, but now tradesmen, the wealthy, and even some nobles support Ali's cause.
And Ali intends to lead them in overthrowing the Abbasid Khilafah.
Ali believes the most qualified should rule, not just the wealthy or highborn. Ironically, he considers himself the most qualified and claims descent from the Prophet's own family to support it.
Tell me of the Zenj.
It is a bitter story. The Zenj are peoples stolen from their homelands in the Horn of Africa and brought here to work the fields for the wealthy.
So they are slaves?
They are paid, but they are not free. Like all men, they desire to be masters of their own lives.
What do you know about Jarjaraya?
It is a small village to the south, home to a divided population of rich and poor. Most of the Zenj are there. It has also become a refuge for those who came to Baghdad looking for work and failed.
No wonder Ali has gained support there.
Yes. In few other places is the divide between those who have everything and those who have nothing so sharp.
What of yourself, Fulav? How did you come to the Hidden Ones?
That is a story that should be shared around a good fire after a long meal.
Will you tell me nothing?
I was the child of my father's concubine. His favored wife, worried I could claim inheritance, threw us both out. I grew up in the desert alone. My friends were the animals, particularly birds. We understood each other.
That explains your love of eagles.
After I grew to manhood, a Hidden One saw me hunting with my birds. He brought me to the Brotherhood, and I stayed.
Shukran, Fulav. That is all for now.
I've heard Basim say this man's name a few different times. The closest I'm at is like Fulav, and I'm not sure if that's correct because it's like F-U-L-D-H, so I'm still trying to work that out. Also, that was good to learn something about the Zanj, because I've seen that word in the game, but I didn't realize that it is basically like a... An indentured servant, I'm not sure that they... I feel like the definition of slave is that they don't get paid, and if these people do get paid, then they're not technically slaves, but like he said, they're also not like free to do whatever they want. So I feel like indentured servant is closer, but I might not be using that correctly either. All right, so we're gonna head down here and speak with Ali at the gates. And yeah, we might as well just walk in. Hello to Princess Casey, by the way, who's doing a leap of faith into the chat. Casey, I hope that your Thursday has gone well. You were here just as we are starting like the next main assassination mission. So this should be a leap of faith then, yeah? Perfect. So this looks very much like I'm not supposed to go this way. Oh, because this is not where I'm supposed to be. So I'm heading south. Casey's been at the dentist today, just tired, shattered, just having some food chill. I'm glad that it's an opportunity to chill out. Okay, are these guys gonna be mad at me? I'm just walking, I'm just a regular person. Borlak was also saying that at the moment he's only doing RPG nights. He says, I only do RPG nights now. Like, emphasis on the now, though. Like, sooner or later, I like to believe that something's really going to catch your fancy, and you're going to want to share it with everybody and do some streams. And I'm looking forward to it.
Ali, are you ready? We must go.
Let us go.
We must leave for Jarjaraya.
The gray one's mine. The gray one's... Okay, whatever.
You hidden ones are strange. You give weapons you don't want me to use, then give me credit for your victories.
War would be bad for everyone, especially you.
That is your master speaking. Does it not bother you that those you obey are the same ones who make the rules demanding your obedience?
They do not control me. I am free. I fight so that others are free as well.
Everything you do serves the hidden ones. That is a strange kind of freedom.
The hidden ones are my family. There is no contradiction.
If you say so.
Once I lived on the streets and answered only to myself. But I was not free.
Now that others tell you who you are you any freer?
You could not understand.
I understand better than you.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this guy's full of crap. Basim is choosing to adhere himself to these principles because he believes in them and he finds satisfaction in pursuing this goal. Whether or not this guy, Ali, wants to consider that to be truly free or fake free, seems pretty good to me.
Ali, you are here! Alhamdulillah!
I think this game looks amazing, by the way.
Ali, I know you will avenge us.
If you are truly free, why the struggle within?
What do you mean? There is no struggle.
I see that what you think is at war with what you feel. You will never find truth if you are not first truthful with yourself.
No man can see what another thinks.
No normal man. But look at me. I obey no one. I am ruled by no one. I am free.
I want to look around before Beshi arrives in Jar Jaraya with the bodies.
That would be wise. People here are already angry. Things will be worse after the burials. There is a tea house nearby. Tea drinkers talk. You might hear something there about who is taking our men.
What will you do?
I have my own inquiries to make. Meet me back here if you discover something.
I feel like what Ali here is talking about is basically the distinction where basically he's at the top of his particular power structure and doesn't need to listen to anybody. Whereas Basim has other people with whom he collaborates and he like works alongside and might even be in charge, like Roshan. I don't agree with him on his definition
this
of
looks like the tea house Ali mentioned.
Okay, let's not pickpocket that woman who's just trying to do her work.
Yes, Eve. 1,000 apologies.
Perfectly good sons, slaves go missing. Yet incompetents like you remain. No, stop talking, just get my tea.
I overheard you mention that slaves have gone missing.
What? Who are you? How dare you talk to me? Go away!
Perhaps a token will change your mind.
How dare you? What do you... Wait. How did you come by one of those? Fine. But make it quick.
You mentioned Zenj slaves have been going missing.
I don't see what it has to do with you. But yes, a stranger. One of those rebels has been disturbing the slaves. After he spoke with them, they disappeared. No doubt he's an acquaintance of that troublemaker, Ali ibn Muhammad. That's all I know. Now, leave before someone who matters sees me talking with someone like you.
I really like this guy's style. That's a great color of purple on him. Okay, so we've learned something about... So far, all I've heard is that the slaves are leaving. Not being kidnapped, not being taken. They're just like... They talk to somebody who's like, hey, you know what sucks? This. why don't you come with me and we'll go do something else? And like, okay.
You work, and what do you get? Nothing. Damn slaves. I treat them well. I pay them well. I feed them. And then they disappear. And no one's left to work.
He might talk, if I can sober him up. Time to sober up.
I was gonna say we're gonna dunk him in the water.
Enough. I'm better.
A tea house is a dangerous place to be drinking. You could have been arrested.
I've just had a lot of trouble lately.
You said some of your slaves have gone missing.
Did I? Oh, I don't remember. Not just missing. They disappeared.
People do not just disappear.
These did. Last night, 2 of mine did not come back from the fields. No one saw anything. They just disappeared. Poof.
So you thought you would get drunk in a public tea house?
Well, yeah. Oh, my head. Look, do not tell anyone. I have to go home and fall over.
Hello to Deathbringer. Yes, this is a first playthrough.
Over here, this way.
Hold on, my progression on that guy is when he said, don't tell anyone, and I was immediately thinking, like, who would I tell and what would I tell them? I saw a guy whose name I don't know who was passed out drunk at the local tea house. And then when he followed up with, I need to go home and fall over. Like, neither line on its own would have been funny, but together, that worked.
Did you want something?
Not here. There are too many ears, if you take my meaning. Ah, yes, Sayyidi. Our specialties are kept out the back. This way, watch your step. Follow me. Act casual. All right, it's clear.
Well, we seem to be alone. What did you want?
Sorry for the melodramatics, but you never know who's watching. And this sneaking about is all rather exciting. I saw your red sash and heard you talking about missing slaves. Another has disappeared from a farmhouse near here.
How do you know of this?
I am friendly with the family. The husband was one of those executed. Now the son has gone missing as well. His mother is beside herself with worry. I thought you might be able to help her.
Tell me where this farmhouse is.
A little to the west. Slaves don't trust easily. But if you can do anything for her, I would consider it a personal favor.
I should return to Ali and tell him what I have discovered.
I feel like we should follow up on it first. Yeah. So, the son of Azan's widow being missing, that does not indicate that they were like, we're out, we're leaving. Like, if they're abandoning their loved ones, that's very different. Okay, we'll do this to, like, return to Ali, but then we want to go, like, follow up with the widow. But Princess Casey is stepping away for a lurk. Princess Casey, thank you very much for hanging out. I'm very glad to have you lurk, and I hope you have a great meal.
One of the collectors at the Grand Auction was
Did you know I can hear what men think? You don't want to tell me, but...
We should not do this. It will only make more trouble for us.
More trouble than executions? They slaughtered our brothers! How do you not understand?
Ali, what is this? This is not what we agreed to.
I do what must be done. I do not need your approval. Did you discover something?
Slaves are disappearing from all over Jarjaraya. One from a nearby farmhouse. I will go there and see what I can find.
Good. Our friend here has been spending his mornings at the harbor, meeting with one we think is informing for the Khalifa. You could find this informant and follow him. See where that leads. Meanwhile, Beshi and I will loosen our friend's tongue.
This is a mistake, Ali.
Let us see.
I should look for the informant and help the widow find her missing son.
Oh, is this one of the two quests? Okay, so find and speak with the widow, tail the informant. Tailing the informant seems like the sort of thing that might be more like time sensitive, so we're gonna go do this one first. He can be found around Jarjaraya only during the day. Well, this seems day-ish. But yeah, the way that the lighting is done in this game, like the use of God rays and the sort of like diffusion of like the dust in the air and stuff, it just looks really great.
Let us get a wider view.
Okay, fortunately we do have, there we go.
This could be the informant.
Kaz is saying, if you're of the Islamic faith, if you do drink alcohol, you can't pray to Allah for 40 days and nights.
The informant is here somewhere.
Is that true of like, because like Protestants and Puritans and Christians and Catholics like all believe, like they all have like slightly different tenets. So is that true of like all followers of the Muslim faith, or is that?
Get going.
Hold on.
It's almost time.
Time for what, I wonder? I should follow him, but I cannot let him see me. There is the mark. Now to keep them in my sights and avoid unwanted attention.
I was gonna say, so far my tailing mission is going great. After being saying it depends on the branch. Yeah, I was like, there's lots of things that are like generally true about followers of a particular faith, and then usually there's going to be some sort of sect or offshoot or denomination that doesn't adhere to that specific thing. But not always. Which is why I'm curious. Earlier in the day, we were actually watching a really interesting video about South Korea specifically, and how their culture came to be shaped starting in like the mid to late 1800s, following through to the modern day. And it's one of those things where I want to just take it with a grain of salt that it's like learning history from a video on the internet. So like, I don't necessarily know that it's all well researched, but it seemed very well sourced and very thoughtful, and I learned a lot more about Neo-Confucianism than I was expecting to going into the video. Yeah, I've done some Assassin's Creed like stealth missions in my day, so I think that we might be here.
I've got new information. I am here.
What have you got from me?
Apart from that slave kid I already told you about, someone's been sniffing around Jarjaraya asking questions.
Is it the one we reported last time? That troublemaker, Bashi?
This one is new. No one seems to know anything about him.
What are we doing then? I'm carrying letters for the boss and you're wasting my time.
Come back when you've got a name.
I'm going to say that sentry there would probably not be super thrilled if he saw me get up and move around. As long as I'm just a day laborer that's on break, they're not going to have any reason to... Oh, pickpocket the soldier. So here's what we're going to do here. Shoot that at the wall. Perfect. Crap. Okay, okay. I wasn't necessarily expecting that I'd have an opportunity like this, but...
These two were gathering information for someone called Duan bin Arslan. I must find this Duan. But first, I should help the widow with her missing son. Perhaps it is connected.
All right, let's just recap what we've learned so far. I need more names. So this is the thing that we just pickpocketed. Do whatever you have to do, but get them. I have something special planned. Dogan bin Arslan. And then someone is taking Zanj slaves from Jarjaraya after they are seen talking to Beshi. Shoot, do I know Beshi? I feel like I should remember who Beshi is, if that's a name that we've encountered before. Anyway, I'm sure that we'll come across it. Several more slaves have gone missing. One of them, the son of a Zanj widow from a nearby farm. So we're going to go on this one now. Like, the video that we watched was pretty involved, going into like the regional history between China, Japan, and Korea. And at the time it was just Korea, not North and South Korea. And the interactions that they had with other Western countries, among each other, and then with Western countries, and how one of several points that it brought up was at least the creator of the video's assessment that the Japanese annexation of Korea and the attempt to obliterate their national culture and replace it with Japanese culture actually caused the Korean culture to become much more entrenched and be much more like tightly gripped by the people, so that they really embraced a very strong sense of national identity that sort of became like very firm and hasn't like that has carried through to the modern day. I thought it was an interesting assessment. I would want to learn more about it before saying that is what is, but it was a really interesting video.
I haven't even had the chance to gather flowers for my husband's funeral, and now my son is gone too.
This must be the place. Poor woman. Excuse me.
Who are you? What do you want?
Forgive me. I did not mean to startle you. The tea house owner told me of your trouble. Perhaps I can help.
I do not see how. I don't know you.
You need flowers for your husband's burial. I too once lost those close to me, but could not bury them. It would be an honor if you let me do for you what I could not do for my friends. I will gather these flowers.
My husband often brought some white savory to me. If you bring me some, I will leave them at his grave once he is buried, as my final gift.
It will be done. The flowers will be nearby. I should look around.
Perhaps my bird will know what they look like. Asterby is saying Beshi's the one who said that he would bury the slain rebels in the cutscene. I'm trying to think, like to start off this whole arc, is that correct? Because I know Ali, and I know the guy that he's with, the guy with like the scar on his cheek, because he's gotten better. Like in an earlier episode, he got like really beat up. Like he went off to like it was either to like run a like distracting military like a combat action, or either just do reconnaissance, and like a lot of his people died, but he made it back, and I'm trying to remember his name. So like Beshi's the other guy, like neither of the two guys that I just... Oh, so apparently it's over here where the flowers are. Oh, the guy with the scar? That's Beshi? Okay. I struggle with names. Okay. Recognizing flowers in this environment might be easier than I expected. Ah, white flowers.
These look like the flowers I need.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let that happen. Okay. Yeah, when I came up here and it sort of did the, like, you're being spotted sound, I was like, by who? I did not see this, the snakes.
These are beautiful flowers. My friends would have approved.
I want to say the snakes in, Origins were really good at getting me. I want to say that pretty much through that entire game, if there was like an asp or whatever kind of snake they were, the way that I found out was as they were like sinking their fangs into Bayek's thigh. Oh. Good for snake bites. And the good news is I get better with names when I interact with the characters one-on-one and they come up like Fulda, or however you're supposed to say it. Like, now I'm learning that guy. And I know Rebecca, and I know Roshan, and I feel like we also interacted with another person who I'm completely forgetting right now.
I brought the flowers with my sympathy.
They are such elegant flowers. My husband loved them. Thank you. Is there something I can do for you?
I am trying to find out who is taking slaves from Jarjaraya. I know your son is missing.
Yes. I lost his father. It would be more than I can bear if I lost him too.
Can you tell me what he was doing before he went missing?
When his father was taken, he became very unhappy. He started going out at night. Last night, he never returned.
I will look around. There might be something here that tells what happened.
And hello to Smoking Chef. Yes, I'm enjoying it a great deal. I would say that we're a ways in. One of the cool things about this game, like Asperby has also been playing it. Asperby is here in chat as well. And one very quickly interesting thing is that we have taken very different paths in the game. There's a main storyline that you can follow up on, but it actually is structured a little bit like a BioWare game where you can choose which of the main objectives you want to do in what order, and it just really works well, I'd say. So it's hard to know what is and isn't a spoiler, but yeah, if you were interested, I'd say that I'm enjoying it a great deal, and I want to say this game is currently on sale, too.
I could pick up her son's tracks around here.
Okay. Here we go. Just abandoned tools. We're not interested in that. Okay. Smoking Chef is saying that they've killed AI guards, I suspect, and that's about it. It is... The combat has taken me a little bit of time to get used to just because of, like, my... It, like, the buttons
are a lot of tracks here.
Exactly the opposite of what I normally expect.
Tracks lead to that small building.
Or what I've come
to find a...
What I've come to expect recently, but I'm getting used to them, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Side.
Okay. Barred door. So we've seen a few different variants on how to get into barred door. And here's one of them. Oh, Al Ghul, says Smoking Chef. Again, I'm bad with names. I've probably done that, but I might not have. The name is familiar, but I'm trying to place him in my head.
The oil is low. He was working late.
Princess Casey has gotten some tea as a reward. I wish I liked tea. I really want to like tea. People who like tea make it sound delicious.
A letter. He mentions a nearby farm.
I've seen mercenaries go in and out of that farm. They must be the ones who took Father and the others. I'm going tonight and we'll see what I see. I leave this note here in case I'm taken as well. I'm sorry to disobey you, Mother, but Beshi is right. We must fight.
I should let his mother know what I have found.
Okay, so that was just that. Ah, the slave merchant. Yeah, I really liked killing that guy. It was a very cool, like, if I can ask Smoking Chef, did you do, like, the special assassination? Because I take it that you can take that guy down in a couple different ways, like, probably through open combat at the worst of it. But if you do, like, the drop assassination on him, then you get a really good, like, custom cutscene that I really enjoyed. Yes, Smoking Chef got that one.
I found a letter from your son. He was looking for the men who took his father.
Oh, that foolish boy.
He mentioned a nearby farm. Do you know what he was talking about?
Oh no. That is Duan's farm. It is crawling with mercenaries. If he went there... Please, find my son.
If he lives, I will send him back to you. You have my word. Duan's farm will be heavily guarded. I should return to Ali and discuss the next move.
Okay, if we're going to do this farm infiltration, I am going to wait until darkness, but let's go talk to Ali first. So let me ask you one other question, Smoking Chef. When I slit that guy's throat, it was super awesome, and then, like, the texture couldn't decide if his throat was or was not gashed open. It sort of flickered in and out, which, again, would have ruined the moment, except that I also ruined the moment by just being, like, a big weirdo and, like, failing at the stealth portion of it. Did you have any issues with the texture when you cut him?
You return at last.
What have you done?
What I had to do.
Is this what your freedom looks like?
I do not follow your creed, nor do I answer to the Hidden Ones. This is the price of war.
Beshi would disagree.
Beshi does not lead this rebellion. He does his part and I do mine. But enough. What have you discovered?
The missing slaves were taken at the order of one called Duan bin Arslan. Something big is happening soon. I do not know what.
I do. This one said my men are being interrogated and are to be executed by their leader afterward at the villa.
Ali, the informant, mentioned Beshi by name. They are looking for him.
Let them look. Go free my men. I will prepare our attack on the villa. Meet me near the farm when you are done.
I think Basim is more objecting to the torture than the killing. Otherwise, it would be a little hypocritical. But I can see where he'd come from, where, like, his deaths are, like, typically very clean and quick, and that person died real slow. And also hello to T7700, who's voting to change the voice to Arabic. I, A, did not know that that was a possibility. B, would actually think that'd be pretty cool, but because we're doing this, like, live on stream, I want to make sure that people have the opportunity to, like, have this running in the background and listen, as opposed to feel like they need to be looking at the screen. And not a lot of our viewers here speak Arabic, so they wouldn't really be able to follow along. If I were playing this solo, it would be similar to, like, Ghost of Tsushima, where when I played
This
that...
looks like the farm where Ali's men are being held.
Wait, no, we're doing this at night. Ali's men can... They'll be good for a couple hours. I want to do a wait until midnight. Ghost of Tsushima or like Judgment. Yeah, Judgment was the game where you wouldn't, I'm not sure, know it immediately, but if you go back and watch that playthrough, there was actually like a lost episode 1 where
Not interested. Go.
I started the game playing with like all Japanese voices and like just having English subtitles, but it just meant that everybody that wanted to follow the story was going to have to keep their eyes on the screen at all times. So if you got a phone call, if you had like work to do in the other room or something like that, you couldn't just have it on in the background. So although it was more immersive, it didn't work as well in a streaming environment. So I need a bench to sit on. I can't just meditate anywhere like I'm Cassandra. We have to actually have a seat. Also, I do not know what these guys are freaking out about. They're really angry about something. Bench? No. I don't know where to sit down. Oh, that's right. Hold on. This does highlight sitting zones, I feel like. If we can't wait for darkness, then I won't, but I sort of thought it would make sense. There we go. I see one. Okay. We just won't interact with these guys, and we'll go have a seat just like they are.
Hey, stand back. The commanders and the Khalifa.
Okay, now is the time we can go to the hostile farm.
You hope to make your home here. Note that Ja'far is seeking tenants in the Harbiya.
Yeah, that said, if anybody else made the decision to play like a game set in Japan in Japanese, or to change the like language here to Arabic for a game like this, I actually think that'd be really cool. And I would love to hear it. I will say the other element for me is that, so as far as I know, and maybe I'm wrong on this, this has the same voice actor for Basim as in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I think that's really cool. I like the fact that this guy gets more work. I think that he does a great job with the character. And I feel like I would be disappointed if I didn't get to hear his work. So that's one of the captured rebels, but there's got to be more. Probably, yeah, over there as well. Let's start at this big building. Okay, I would like to maybe lure this guy into the reeds. I bet you we can take him in the dark. Without his associates ever knowing. Nope, hold on. I am apparently not close enough? How does that work? I was close enough for that guy, but this guy is out of bounds, huh? Oh, there we go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So he won't die, but what he can do is sleep. Boy, I am bad with that tool. Hello to Innertooth. Oh, I missed the hello. Inner, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. So close now to Friday. I feel like... Okay, but... There we go. Wow. Let me grab my knives again. So if that guy comes here, I don't think I can do a clean corner assassination.
Lend me your eye.
I hate that guy.
Forgive me, Enkidu. I put you in harm's way.
What?
I am getting spotted.
Hey, what?
They're gonna kill all the hostages. Duck! Duck!
There you are!
Come on.
Okay, well, whatever. If you guys didn't see, the sleep dart arced and then stabbed him in the toe. Whatever works. Interesting, 13 minutes left. Is that of the day or until you are asleep? That would be awesome to have it timed down to the minute. Okay. So the good news is we didn't actually roust everybody. There's at least one big guy, I think. Yeah, that dude who didn't wind up getting involved.
Your fate is sealed.
Killer! Killer here!
So much for staying hidden.
Hold on. We're gonna put this away, and then no one will believe her. There. As Business Casey says, toe shot. Inner would love that superpower. The ability to tell, oh, we could have dropped that on somebody if I hadn't, like, failed at stealth. So, I actually like the idea of not killing this guy, or the other guy that we knocked out. Who I think was this guy. I guess somebody got him back up on his feet. So, now the question is, what do we do about this dude? I might be able to get in the door before he can see me. Or we just do this.
Your mother is waiting for you.
I'm not going back yet. They killed my father. I will fight with the others.
You are brave. Fine. Meet Ali outside the farm. There must be others being held nearby.
Yeah, no, we saw them on the way in. I figured the toughest guys would probably be like up here at the house, and now we can work our way down to the other area. Yep. That guy's gonna wake up and find nothing but a pile of corpses on all the lower floors. Whether or not he considers himself lucky, that sort of remains to be seen. Okay, so we did see the other captives somewhere. Oh, well, there's a chest in there. Now I want that. I thought my business was done, but... All right. Yeah, it didn't even occur to me to go down the stairs. That was a weird choice. Who was it? Was it Inner? Somebody pointed out, like, the bar that you pull out, like, clips well through the wall. I wonder if there's different width of doors, but the bar that you pull out is always the same. Okay. Yep, no, that guy's still out like a light. So, I just don't remember which direction I entered from. Also, just as an aside, like we're going through here, I hope Marquardt is doing okay. It's been a few days since since he's been around. I know that he had wrapped up his most recent cat rescue, but sometimes when he's away for a few days, it's because he's getting a new one settled in and acclimated. So if that's the case, I hope it's going well. And it might just be open from... Huh. Okay, hold on. We have not used a smoke bomb yet.
Hold on.
Oh, I really thought I could get that guy too. Okay, so longer lasting smoke currently seems like a favorite. All right, stand back. Oh, actually.
That is all of them. I should meet with Ali.
Oh, if I had knocked these guys out, I'd put them in the cage and close the door. But no, we'll just place. All right, let's go regroup with Ali and the rebels. Casey would upgrade the smoke bombs nice and early, like really early. Yeah, they're actually the last tool that I've unlocked, but I do think that the longer lasting smoke bombs, this is why I wanted to like try them out, because the choice between throwing distance or just having them last longer, if they lasted a little bit longer, I think I could have stabbed a third guy.
Is everyone here?
The one bin Arslan dies now. We wait only for you.
I am ready. Let us go.
They stole you from your homes when you were free, and brought you here to die in their fields as slaves. They've slaughtered our brothers like dogs in Sharqiyya. Now they have taken more of us. No! No more! I promised you a new life. I gave you my word. More join us every day, from the least in Baghdad to the greatest. Allah is with us. Our cause is righteous. Our justice is destined. God is great. God is great. There is no God but God, and God is great. There is no God but God.
There is no God but God.
There is no judgment but by God.
Little surprised we aren't getting these guys like a snack after their captivity. Maybe a good night's rest, but...
You rebel people, learn your blade. Where is your friend, master of slaves? What will you? Stop here. Victory will be ours.
Wait, how many more dudes do we have? Okay, not trying to attack my friends. Hold on. I'm sure this text on screen is really interesting. Okay, are we done? Wait, everybody relax. Dogan, I want a full report of your progress this week. Al-Eshma, in particular, has questions about the stranger nosing around Jarjaraya recently. I suggest you make an extra effort to provide answers for your own sake. Al-Eshma, more so than me, does not like to be disappointed. We will expect you at the Officers Club in that place as usual. Charkia? Best guess. Trachaya, maybe. Wait, is that... Which one of these guys was that? Probably the biggest guy?
When word gets out of this victory, many will join our cause.
Duan bin Arslan was carrying orders. He was to report to superiors at the Officers' Club in Sharqiyya.
Those superiors may be who ordered the executions. Does it name them?
It uses code names. Al-Rukh and Al-Aishma. Only the Order uses such names. I will go to this club and see what I can find.
I wish you luck. I must return and wait for Beshi.
Be careful, Ali. The Khalifa will be hunting you both after this.
There are things we cannot hide from if we are to be truly free.
I should go to the officers' club in Sharqiya.
Okay, Sharqiya was correct, and also Al-Aishma was pretty good. Okay. I will... No spoilers, please, but I think my opinion of Ali is going to be heavily governed by whether or not this guy at some point dies for his principles, or if it's everybody else that gets left to do the dying. Because he's a real true believer, and he was right there in the front lines. I'll give him that. He wasn't like in the background telling everybody what to do. So yeah, we're gonna head back here, find the order members meeting at the officers club. Okay, I feel like doing this at night is also a good idea. Is there any reason not to go here? Not that I can think of. Princess Casey. Oh, that's what I would have done. Yeah, switched up the skill for longer lasting. I want to see how that does. The load times are quick. Let's go to the bureau. Here. Although that second one there, where we did the, like in the middle of combat, I'm pretty sure that I just shanked like 3 or 4 guys. I didn't always, like, get the guy that I was thinking of getting, but I want to see what the longer lasting one. And then as Princess Casey says, 7 meters, like, I can envision that in my head, but in gameplay terms, it's a little bit more abstract. So we might experiment with that as well.
Peace, friend.
Well met.
If you can improve this in any way.
Here's what I have.
I don't think that we can do... No tier 3 yet, but... Yeah, so far Silent Blast has not been the thing. However... Oh, no, actually that's perfect. I want to have... Right. I want to have remains... How long does it remain active?
Is that it?
I am in your debt.
Goodbye.
Okay, now, I think we're pretty much the same distance, so rather than fast traveling, let's just go over there. This will give us a chance to try to find a poster as well. There's actually a poster. Oh, look, they put a poster just outside the Assassin's Bureau. If only they knew! I want to unlock more colors. I feel like they've mostly been quest-related so far, but the more colors we can unlock for the different outfits, the happier I'll be. I think it was either Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood, I think that I must have spent at least 2 hours in every single different color variant that you could have Ezio in. I definitely showcased a lot of the different capes.
The Officers' Club. Now to find a way inside.
Sorry, Bayek, hold that thought. We're gonna find a way inside. Okay, there we go. Trying to be a little bit careful of sharpshooters. Fortunately, they don't seem to be that many. So what do I like for an approach? The front gate is obviously the front gate. Here... Oh yeah, this play area looks nice and open. We can just go right across there. Let me just send a marker, like, here, so that I can remember how to get there from this location.
Now to find a way inside.
Princess Casey says the way that she handles her... colors of capes or hood or whatever in Assassin's Creed, I wear it until I unlock the next one and then immediately switch. All of them are ugly. Wow. I remember there was like a yellow one for Ezio, where if you said like an assassin in yellow, Yucko, like I would have been right there with you, but he made it work. He was like, I want to say that there was like a yellow one that I really liked and like a green one that I really liked, which were not really colors that I would have thought in my Assassin's Creed. You'd probably think like red or black, and there was a black one that was like super boss as well. Oh, hello. That's, yeah, we'll have to come back for that. That's a historical moment or whatever.
It's not enough they get their own room, but they make us guard it.
Oh.
We were bored.
Shit.
That's odd.
Hold on. They're both looking here now. I don't think this is gonna go well. Oh, he blinked. Well, that's super. I thought for sure he was gonna call that out. Right, come on. I want to make sure his other friend doesn't see. So one thing I haven't noticed, and let's see if we can find it now. I haven't noticed Enkidu marking the patrol routes of anybody. Asperby always had Ezio in black or green. I'm trying to remember if there was a red one that I liked as well. I feel like the red would be a little bit flashy, but I truly do not remember. Asperby says it's already midnight. She just finished making a dice bag. Asperby, just as a curiosity, do you ever look into making dice trays as well? I feel like that's a completely different thing than a dice bag. But I was always curious if there's like what the best way is to build one of those. Like felt over some sort of like hard plastic, or I mean hard plastic I feel like would be best so that it wouldn't warp and fold the way that cardboard would over time. I don't know why I don't know why Asperby said dice bag, and I'm talking about a completely different item.
See you, my friend.
So let me highlight like this guy. Place marker. Oh, there you go. That's how you get it. And then if you... Yeah. So now I know how I could do it if I wanted to. I feel like if I was playing on a much harder difficulty level or like really dedicated to like hitmanning this.
Guide me.
Right. That's the guy I thought was here and I couldn't identify him.
Must be the officer's room. I need the key.
Security for the officer's room has been increased and new locks put on the doors. As a precaution, you have been issued a key. Guard this key at all times. Do not use it unless asked by an officer. Do not stray from your post on the eastern balcony. Alright, so eastern balcony looks like it's going to be on the opposite side of this building. However...
Cast your gaze, Enkidu.
No one here is marked with the key icon, but if this isn't the eastern balcony, then it's just further to the east. Asperby says, I feel like crocheted ones might mess with the roll because it's not on a smooth surface. So if you have very small facings, like a D20, D100, obviously, that might be an issue. For like the standard like D6, D4, D12, I feel like it would actually be just fine. And for like metal dice or sharp edge dice, it would probably help them to roll better because they'd have that surface to grip. But I can see what you'd mean. Uh-oh.
Trust me with the key to their special room. That's something, right?
Okay, people are talking about a key. Oh, I see it now. For the smaller facing die, yeah, it'd be like a little fluffy, I'd think. Casey says, when I played AC Unity, when it was new on the PS4, I was a member of the Brotherhood of Oath, an online competitive team, and we were ranked some of the best in the world, and we had our team uniforms was red or crimson. I feel like I didn't remember... That's right, Unity did have multiplayer. I did not play it, but I'd love to mark that person. I remember that was the one. Yeah, Unity was the one. Wow, I really thought he wouldn't see me coming down on the other side of the screen.
I see you.
Unity was the one where they announced that there would be like multiplayer missions and stuff, like PvE missions, I want to say. And they were showing off like, oh, and you can all go, and like people notice like, hey, can you play as a female assassin in multiplayer? And Ubisoft said, like through official channels, said no, because it would be too complicated to animate a woman. And I remember named developers, like you could look up their CV and see who they were, and that they were telling the truth, that they had worked at Ubisoft on Assassin's Creed games in previous iterations, when they said that is a load of horseshit, you could do it in a weekend. Get the hell out of here with your there's no way to animate women.
Did you see that woman whose husband we took?
It is not unlawful to make her your slave.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Allah has favored us, Jasur. Or should only the mighty Al-Mardikhwar enjoy such blessings?
Do not speak his name, not even here. Of all of us, he scares me the most. You know what he's like. If he learns of my past and finds fault, where can I run? I do not have the luxury of your ships, Nadir.
You may have taken liberties with truth in the past, but you have proven your loyalty many times. You executed those rebels recently. That was a task more cold-blooded than his ordering of it. Perhaps he should fear you.
It is your voice I hear, but the words are those of the Shaitan himself. Do not jest. I want no trouble when he returns.
Shaitan! That is high praise coming from you. It is as I told you. We are favored and need not fear anything.
Where is Duang? He is late.
As always, my friend, you worry too much. Which is why you are merely Al-Ruh, and I am Aeshme.
My apologies, generals. Doan bin Arslan has been murdered, and we fear there is an intruder. We must get you to safety.
I knew something was wrong. Duang is never late.
Those two are with the Order, and they serve a third they call Al-Mardikhwar. But now, I need to find a way out.
Alright, I mean, if our only goal is to leave, then I'll probably just leave. Yeah, I don't feel like I get anything much to kill these guys. I don't know what that golden glitter is over there. Oh, hold on. I take it back. Wait, what's happening? Oh, they found the body out there. Yeah, that's a rough roll.
You're with me! I'll cover your back.
Boy, you really would have thought that they would have come in this door, but I know that as far as they know, it's locked. Asperby is saying that the dice tray that she uses has Smaug. I would say it's Smaug. I actually have not seen the movie, The Desolation of this person, so I... Uh-oh. Yeah, they're definitely finding all the bodies that I've left behind. But Asperby further says that she rolled 6 nat 20s during the first session that she ever used it. Asperby, I'm not kidding at all. I could not tell you that I've ever rolled a nat 20 as a player. Now, in fairness, I've been a DM more often than I've been a player, so it's not like I have thousands of rolls to draw from when I say that, but 6 in one session, that's awesome. I feel like after the second one, like a lot of like gaming is like TTRPGs are done online now, and I'm a big like for me, like everybody else can do their rolls on their physical dice in front of them. I need to do it like on the online app so that everybody can see it. Crap.
Hey, you down with you? Bastard! Hear that crash? Again! Won't that try to stop him? Catch him!
And I bring it up here because the online app, like, seems hard-coded to never go above a 13 for me. Whatever the system. Okay, now we get to leave somehow. I'm looking for, like, an area that isn't fenced in with spikes. Asperby says it was pretty crazy. A guy in our group was so impressed, he ordered the same one! And when he first used it, all of his rolls were poop. That's really funny. Smaug, you say? I gotta get me one of those. Oh, okay.
I am safe. I should return to Fulad.
Crazy is saying, in multiplayer missions, you can compete with score and... Okay, I'm really bad at stealth. They'll never see me coming or leaving. In multiplayer modes, you can compete with score and speed and synchronization percentage on your multiplayer missions. We consistently had 100% synchronization across the team. Yeah, like, if you had asked me to name Assassin's Creed games with multiplayer, I would have said Brotherhood, Revelations... And I think I would have thought that was it, because to the fullest extent of my memory, Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag didn't have it. So I would have thought, like, it's been so long since I've played Unity, I wouldn't have remembered that that was actually, like, there's map marker missions in there to, like, do it in, like a team of 2 and team of 4, I think. Maybe team of 3 as well, I don't remember. And I'd completely forgotten that, because I never did them. And that wasn't, like... There was just nobody else around who had Unity at the time that I did. This is the Assassin's Bureau, so I need to go in from the roof. No, she's not jawing at herself anymore. Oh boy. God bless the cook. I needed that help.
You are here. You have kicked many nests. Mercenaries are everywhere, like angry ants.
It explains Besh's absence. He's avoiding the mercenaries.
I hope the trouble was all worth it.
I have discovered 2 of the officers are working with the Order. And there is another. Their leader.
3. That would explain the Order's reach in Sharqiya.
The first 2 go by the names Al-Rukh and Al-Aishma. The third, they call Al-Mardikhwar.
They hide behind pompous names like prideful children.
Do not mistake the Order's vanities for childishness. They are the real power behind the Abbasids. Did you discover anything that would identify them?
The one named Al-Rukh was called Jasur by his companion. He is hiding from his past, and lives in fear because of it.
Jasur, yes. That must be the Arab general Jasur ibn Basil.
I know of him. A coward who stole credit for victories on the battlefield, won by others.
A past he has gone to great efforts to hide. Jasur has a villa at Qasr Saleh to the west. You could look for him there.
The one called Al-Aishma. His real name is Nadir. He has command of ships and is not timid like his companion. Arrogant, in fact.
Nadir.
That must be Admiral Nadir ibn Havid. A boastful fool, concerned more with his ships than his own men.
Ah, yes, the Admiral. Boastful perhaps, but brilliant. He has created several new warships for the Khalifa. The Order's reach has grown if they have recruited Nadir. You should look for him at the lower harbor to the north.
So, I'm sorry, this is me not knowing how anything is actually pronounced. When they say Khalifa like that, is that the word that I've been pronouncing as Caliph? C-A-L-I-P-H? Because I feel like it is, but since I don't have subtitles on, I just want to double check, because I would rather say it correct.
As for their leader, Al-Mardikhwar, I learned only that he is away from Sharqiya and expected to return soon.
This one I do not know. It is the first time I have heard the name.
If he is their leader, he ordered the death of my men. He's the one you must find.
Yes, and for other reasons besides. Our best hope of finding him is through the first two.
Find this Al-Mardikhwar, Basim. As we agreed, I will wait for Bashi. I am grateful for your help freeing my men. Take this token, with thanks.
I will find Jasur and Nadir, and unmask their leader.
They will be wary now, protected within their strongholds. You may have to lure them out. Tread carefully, Basim. These are dangerous men.
So am I.
I feel like this scene is having a lot of difficulty figuring out if there's a roof on this building, because the lighting kept changing pretty dramatically. All right, I do feel like we have 3 new assassination missions. Maybe just the 2 to get us started. And Asper B is confirming, yes, it is. So, Khalifa. Hopefully that's close. So, assassinate General Jasur. Sharqiya. I think, yeah, Sharqiya Harbor for information on Admiral Nadir. I feel like I already know where this guy is. Then again, if we kill him, then you would think that our investigation would be harder because people might be more on guard. So let's go to this one first. Good, it's nice and close. I think this is one of the legendary books. Also, Princess Casey is saying that she's not sure if this is a good time to bring it up, but she has been a professional gamer, competed in a number of different games. Oops. Used to make YouTube videos. The videos have come to an end. And she hasn't been in competition for a long time now. Still, I'm also curious what Asperby asks. Like, so you were competitive in Assassin's Creed Unity. Anything else?
This is the harbor. Now to find Admiral Nadir. Nothing can hide from us, Nadir.
Okay, we're gonna put a stop to that.
Too great a risk, my friend. Forgive me.
I'll teach you my shoulder thing.
Yeah. Okay. So Bird Archer has to go. Okay, let's... Hold on. Why did that happen? Hold on. He just took a little tumble. It slipped. So, this is an example of a time that I would really like to have those berserk darts.
Go somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go somewhere else.
Hey!
B. There we go. Okay. Now, I got the blow dart upgrade to, like, have area effect. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. I feel like the first time that I tried it, nothing happened. It didn't do the area effect, but maybe they weren't close enough. Okay. I guess I'm not going to go to the effort of stashing these bodies right now, but... Princess Casey says, competitive in Pokemon, Rocket League, Mario Kart, Tekken, Wipeout, Call of Duty, Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, Killzone. Wow, Killzone. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. AC Unity and Street Fighter. Casey, where did you fall on Street Fighter V? That seems to be an especially divisive entry in the series, with some people having, like, really enjoyed it for the competitive balance and other people very much disliking it for its netcode. I did not play it one way or the other, so I can't really express an opinion. I'm always interested in the thoughts of people who
They are
did.
a threat no more. Fly free, Enkidu.
Oops.
Show me everything.
Alright, so now with our bird friend, we can see a key, and we certainly want to mark that. I wonder if there's an upwards limit of sleeping guards you can have on the map before the game starts to be like, oh god, my engine! Alright, so we may not know all the people behind tarps and inside of buildings, but this feels like a fairly good walk-around tour of who is around. There's a few other games that Casey has enjoyed multiplayer, but never really played competitively. Yeah, I've never been good enough at any game to be... this is not what I was hoping for. I've never been good enough at any sort of multiplayer to try to be competitive at it. I played a ton of Dawn of War 2 multiplayer, and especially that Last Stand mode. Loved that. Never good at it, but I definitely had a good time with it. Isn't it, at least this is true for me, I don't remember the last game that I played. Like, there wasn't like a... I guess that's the last time I'm gonna play this game. But it has now been years and years and years since I played, Dawn of War 2 multiplayer, like Last Stand or whatever. And it's just... It's interesting how that works, at least for me, that you can have something that, like, I enjoy to that degree, and also have no memory of, like... You just sort of, like, go on to the next thing, I guess. And not necessarily with the intent of, like, well, that's it.
Hey, hold on, you!
Okay, he's not talking to me. So, these three guys kind of feel like a problem for me. Let's see if we can lure them away.
What the? On your toes. That's a useful thing to grab.
Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, that gets the guards out of here. Okay, now we're into the primary compound.
We'll be back. I'll be waiting.
Okay. So hopefully those, like that, those guys wandering back and forth, they heard something weird, some weird firecrackers, not a big deal. Oh, hello to Doctor! Doctor, I feel like it's been a while. How have you been the last couple weeks? Maxine used to love Rocket League, and hello to Maxine. I hope you and Doctor are both having a great Thursday. So I'm just trying to relax here for a second until the guards relax. There's a donkey. Okay, so I don't know why I want that key yet, but I am quite certain that I'm going to want it. I bet we can just whistle this guy over. I'm nervous about this post, though. I feel like that post might be in the way of any corner assassination I might do.
Wait, what?
Okay. Let's get the bodies out of here if I can. This is the closest thing I have to out of sight. Oh, War Thunder. Casey's also remembering. Okay. Even if I can't stealth my way through all of this, we will have done a great deal to limit the amount that we have to do, the number of guys we have to fight on the back end. Okay. Find a key. Well, that's probably the key that we were looking for. Inner says, you know, in ball games, they throw the ball into the crowd when they win. I did that. Also, also banned from bowling. That was good, Inner. It also reminded me of a very somber story, but I won't go there because I like the joke. We don't have to go into the thing that it reminded me of. Okay, yeah, those guys are wandering back and forth. This guy, I really feel like I can whisper over.
Be off with you.
Let me just... Yeah, hold on. Now his friend is also coming. Bad luck for me. Lady, how many murders do you have to witness in a day before it starts to lose its luster for you to yell about it? Also, just Assassin's Creed 2 memories. So many bodies stashed in the canals of Venice. So many.
A note directing all shipments to a location just south, along the river Tijla.
That's how you say that? River Tijla? Okay. I'm not gonna be able to remember to say it. Shipments bearing the Warlord's insignia are to be sent directly to the camp south of River Tijla. No exceptions. So, Doctor was asking if he had missed something. Like, life happens. And yeah, no, anytime life happens, understood. Hopefully it was busy or productive or fun life, like you got to take a vacation. If it was something more somber, I hope it went well. And it's awesome to have you here again. In terms of the streams, mostly fun streams. This and, what's it called? Persona. However, I don't remember if you were there. I did, at long last, finish the Acidic Plains Survival Challenge on hard difficulty level in Riftbreaker. That was huge. Okay. That was tremendous, because tried that so many times. All right, so the lost book we can return to the librarian. Or the writer. Al-Jazar, I think is his name. Al-Jahiz, it says it right there. Okay, so... Oh, we found the thing that we were looking for.
Cast your gaze, Enkidu.
I think. Well, let me double check, because I thought that we were looking for multiple clues here. Could be at the harbor. Okay. All right. I thought that we were looking for more things in this area. All right. Hey, we didn't get spotted the one time. Can I cut this trip short a little bit? It doesn't look like it. No, not that I can find. But yeah, otherwise, I hope life is going well, Doctor.
Hey, aren't you on the poster?
Wait, they're putting up posters again. Well, this is another reason to hike it then.
I was with Iqbal that day. In the local app.
Inner's got to drop off for, what's this? Oh, that guy's really mad at that haystack. Inner's got to drop off for, bedtime. Inner, thank you so much for hanging out today. I hope you have a great evening. There's nothing there. Folks, nothing to see. Inner, have a great rest. Hopefully we'll be able to hang out in your Stardew stream tomorrow. I was actually in the earlier one. I forgot to mention that earlier. Innertooth's been doing, like, basically a full replay of, like, the Stardew Valley 1.6 patch. The final patch that's just been released. Final major patch. It wouldn't surprise me if a couple things need to get touched up. That would just be normal for a game of... Like, when I say that size, it's just there's so much to it now.
I need to get rid of these.
Did you finish that challenge? I was definitely not there, and it's nice to be here again. It's awesome to have you. Yeah, I am looking forward. So the next challenge for Riftbreaker would be the Radioactive Desert on hard, and I just haven't had a chance to give that a swing on stream. Yeah, we'll come back for that. We're gonna head down to the what's it called? Words and language. Harbor. Inner saying that the game will be patched as long as Concerned Ape is alive. I do hope that the Haunted Chocolatier happens. It seems like there's a hesitation to leave Stardew behind, and it's a hesitation that I fully understand. And if the offshoot, if the end result is that additional free updates continue to come out for Stardew, I will not complain about that. I'm very curious in the Haunted Chocolatier. I do hope that it comes out. I don't think that he should be, like, bothered about it, but you guys, this game looks so good. Like, just look at the mist, like, lingering over this, like, jungle area. Not really jungle, but, you know, more like, it looks very hot and humid, is what I'm getting to. Alright, so we've got... I want to see... No, I know about Enkidu. I have a feeling that this guy's going to shoot him if we make the call.
Hold on!
Okay, now we are the guard in the tower. No, that guy look at that longbow. Well, recursive bow, maybe. Don't shoot my bird. Okay, do kind of want to move this body, but I don't... I feel like I would actually create a more suspicious profile doing that. No. Try to take out the archers. Nope, 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 nope. Go back. Up. That's you. Or Basim, whichever one you are. Hello to Jägermeister. Jaeger, I hope that you are having a great Thursday. You did it. Was it today that you did an early morning sports stream? I was not able to see that. That was right in the thick of main work stuff. Okay, that's good. All right, so we took out... I bet that guy was a bird archer. He would have been a problem. Also, you had gone back to something. I'm trying to remember, like, Jägermeister, did you recently return to Ixion again? I feel like you had just gone back to them. Oh, that's awesome that he's gone back to... Oh, maybe it was Ori. I think it was there when you were playing Ori the other day. I would still like to play Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I am looking for a period in my life when I feel too placid. Well, I'm in a really good place right now. I bet Ori could fix that. Maybe 2 pickleball streams tomorrow. That'll be great. All right, so we have a good sense on where we're... I don't know what that is. I've got an magnifying glass over here, so we're going to head over in this direction. Those guys look like they'd go to sleep. They'd be sleep buddies.
The Admiral's all talk. I've never heard anyone bluster so much and do so little. Not even you.
Shut up. If the Admiral doesn't beat you to stop your complaining...
What is happening? Okay, yeah, those guys that are patrolling, they're a bigger issue than I thought they were going to be.
Hold on. The Admiral cares more for this precious model ship than his own men. And look at it. I'm surprised it floats.
It would be a pity if that little ship...
The Admiral cares more for this.
Sorry, they're talking about this model ship.
His own men. And look at it. I'm surprised it floats.
It would be a pity if that little ship caught fire.
Manpower here to take down
All right. I really dislike these two. I'm just not sure what to do about it yet. Probably this. Okay, hold on. Okay, fall over. This is the part where you fall down. Wedge yourself into the corner. Don't know if that's going to be visible to others, but we took him down. Oh, hello. Thank God it's such a hot day. These guys are very sleepy. Okay, so there's a source of fire over there. No, I don't like that guy. Okay, wait for this patrol. Jägermeister says that in Ori, in about 3 hours of play, he's caught up to what had been 6 hours of progress in a previous playthrough. The fuck?
Hey, you're dead! What are you up to? Drop the jackal! Hey, cut you out of head! I will kill you!
Okay. Blowing up the fire jugs there did nothing, but it might have held off their charge. Maybe not nothing, in that it didn't kill anybody, but it might have delayed them getting up here because they had to wait for the fire to go out. Why did you stop playing that game? Where I could spoil your food as a forest spirit. I enjoyed that. Oh, I'm not done with... So it has been a bit since I was playing Against the Storm. That's what Doctor's thinking of. What happened was they announced like the 1.2 patch, and it was going to be in like a week. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until that comes out rather than start up a new run. And then I just haven't been back to it since then. And now they're previewing 1.3, which is nuts. I need a knife. I think maybe I can just throw one jug into another, just hit a minimum safe distance. But yeah, that was Against the Storm, and I definitely do want to play more of that. I don't want to hit this with my sword while I'm standing next to it, so we're gonna have to find some other way to blow this up. I don't think a sleep dart will do it. All right, let's find...
Hey, you! Hold a moment!
No, I won't.
Hey!
It would have been so cool if I just like side shoved him directly into this closet. Maxine saying that she has to sleep. Maxine, if you're headed off, thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you have a great evening. All right. This guy is gonna be a problem. Like, he wasn't a problem when I was like behind him all the time, but now it's gonna be an issue. So. I will say the next couple morning streams, I think, will be some more Anno 1800, like the early morning weekend streams, if I can do that. We did a scenario in Anno 1800. It was the Eden burning scenario, and I was very pleasantly surprised by how much it changed up the base game mechanics. Like, really added in a whole bunch of new stuff. Alright, this is only problems here.
Halt! You there, stop!
Okay.
Going to ring the bell! Get it in the backside!
Hey, do you have a throwing knife I can borrow real quick? This spear guy is not interested in taking a stab. Oh, he was delaying me. That's what it was. I did not see an alarm on the way in. Well, this is really going to be a problem now.
Getting away! Mine! You! What should I leave there?
Oh, shit! That was a really good time for the iframes to kick in from that kill animation. Okay, oh, I am so out of stamina I can't dodge anymore.
Yes! Nice hit! Where is it? Who is responsible?
Okay.
There, got you!
Right.
Burn you ass! God is with me! That's it! Hear that crash!
Oh, I am on fire. Hold on, is it like the previous games where you can roll around? You guys, look, he's all singed up. Look at his costume.
He's pulling away!
I feel like I don't have a lot that I can do against Big Fire Guy. Yeah, I feel like I need to disengage from that guy. I can stab him from above, but almost not any other way. Here we have some knives. All right, now I'm feeling good. All right, I would like to fight fire with fire. My problem is not hitting the edge of the building as I pitch this down. Hello to George's Most. Go with George. Oh, George Simos, maybe. That's how I died in permadeath mode. After hours of trying without knives, I finally hit it with my sword and died. Wait, like one of the fire pots or something? I'm really sorry. I saw at the beginning of this game that had a permadeath mode. I am too big of a coward to try that. All right. Don't hit the edge of the building. Crap.
It was your time.
Yeah, technically the fire was still helpful. Here on the ship, yikes. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, this is definitely, if this was permadeath mode, it would have been a lot shorter. Wait, is this guy back at work? Just not a care in the world for his working conditions. Oh, do we not get an assassination on that? Hold on, that was terrible. Okay, this is gonna work itself out, so goodbye, sir. So, now... Okay. I assume that's gonna catch the attention of the Admiral. So, George, if I can ask out of curiosity, did you finish the game first, or are you trying to, like, finish it for the first time in permadeath mode? Either way is really impressive.
Mine!
God have mercy on your soul.
Hold on! Raise their hand against me, escape! I didn't survive 100 ocean battles to suffer insult! I want the dogs found!
Okay.
Bring them to me or I'll feed the bite of my last.
I'm getting the sense that this guy doesn't have, like, a special animation, but I do want to glance around. It'd be awesome to drop that on him. Oh, do you think we can drop this on him? Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, Basim. I pressed the wrong button.
You do not win fights with boasting, Al-Ishma.
How do you know that name?
Sir, can I interest you in stepping forward slightly?
Come back here, coward!
No, he was close, but not that close.
I have one.
Ah, we did it!
You are not on the ocean now, Admiral.
Kill. So, just out of curiosity, did he just trip? He just, like, caught his heel on something?
A letter from Al-Mardekhwar about missing shipments belonging to the Turkic mercenaries. The Admiral was stealing.
So angry missive is Al-Ishma. Yet another shipment of military supplies has gone missing. That is the second time in as many months. I do not need to tell you what the consequences would be if the... See, I've already forgotten. Halife were to discover the contents of these shipments. The harbor and everything in it is under your control. I hold you personally responsible for what passes through it. I expect a full accounting of everything that has gone in and out of Sharkia in the past year on my desk when I return. Do not test me on this.
One down. Now to deal with Al-Ruh.
George tried in Master Assassin difficulty and died to that. That is... the fact... So, obviously I'm not... This is normal difficulty, unless I've badly misremembered what we set it to at the beginning. And that is born, in part, out of the fact that I played most of Valhalla on very hard, and in retrospect should not have done that. So... I hope it was at least fun and an interesting story. I have a defining memory of ships in Assassin's Creed. And no, it's not Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. In Assassin's Creed 3, they had bonus objectives that you could do. Very, very similar to in Brotherhood and Revelations. In Brotherhood, they were a lot of fun. In Revelations, they were anti-fun. Crap. And then in Assassin's Creed 3, they made me quit. Not quit the game, but quit trying to do the bonus objectives. And here is this specific one. There was one bonus objective where, like, the city of Boston or something was getting cannoned by a ship offshore. Maybe 3 ships offshore, I'm trying to remember. So Connor had to run across the city. Hold on, don't hit the edge of the building. This guy is really into his training. Had to run across the city without taking any damage. This was just trial and error. If there was some way to intuit where the cannonballs were going to be impacting, I couldn't possibly tell you. I spent a lot of time getting across that city, multiple tries without taking any damage, so then I could do the next part. And the next part was to blow up either 2 or 3 ships of redcoats. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. I want to say it was 3, without being seen. It was either that or without taking damage, but it was one of the, like, really tough ones. It was either don't be seen or don't take damage, which is functionally the same thing. I don't remember. So I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. And the thing that broke me was I got into the first ship. I took it all out. I cleared everybody else that blew up the ship. I dove in the water. I went over to the second ship. I very carefully took everybody out, did the objective, blew up the boat, dove in the water. No damage hadn't been seen. Went over to the third boat, got up on the edge, took out the guy on the deck, got up onto the mast, and there was like a clear shot. There was a clear drop assassination onto like the last guy on the last boat to do this thing. And Connor jumped off the edge, did the air assassination motion, clipped into a piece of invisible geometry that it's not that like, oh, I didn't see that rope there. Clipped into literally nothing, bumped off of it, fell onto the deck right in front of the guy, and either got discovered or took damage from the fall. Again, I don't remember which one. And I said, fuck this shit, and I stopped trying to do any of the bonus missions in Assassin's Creed 3. I was so angry. I was really angry, and it's possible that that's... But the thing is, my objections, my overall feelings on Assassin's Creed 3 are a lot more than just, like, the bonus objectives weren't very well done, because, like, that was also true of Revelations. And I think, in fairness, Revelations is a worse game than Assassin's Creed 3 is. My issues with Assassin's Creed 3 are much more story-related than anything else. I've said to people, Assassin's Creed Revelations is the game where you should mainline the story and just not bother with any of the side objectives. And Assassin's Creed 3 is the game where you should do all the side, not the bonus objectives and the story missions, just like all the other like ancillary optional activities that you can do. I actually think that that's the best part of that game. and the story is just really objectionable. Assassin's Creed 3 was one of the first experiences that I had, at least in a game that I can remember, where I felt like at some point on the way to like the Xerox machine, they dropped the script and a whole bunch of papers blew away in the wind, and the person who dropped it was like, oops, well, maybe no one will notice. And they just like Xerox the script slightly out of order and with major story beats just not in it. That's how the Assassin's Creed 3 story got made.
Cannot wait to be done here. Going to go to the Khandak here.
There are a lot of things in Assassin's Creed 3 that I like. The story is not among them. I'm getting threatened by a guard I haven't even glanced at. Here we go.
Better keep a low profile.
All right, let's go find General Jasur or Jasur. I'm not sure. George is saying it was also the first game after Ezio. They couldn't live up to the story expectations, I guess. The weird thing was, here's what I actually think probably happened with Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know if it's true, but there was a lot of talk going up to it of like we're going to an all new engine. I don't know if it was like a heavily rewritten version of the Assassin's Creed 2 engine, but there were like Assassin's Creed 3 AC3 did feel very new. It felt much more fluid. It felt like it had a much more stable frame rate. One of the things that was really shocking about the ship moment that I just described is that on the whole, it mechanically felt really well balanced. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those things came at a cost. Why was every like viewpoint tree that you climbed the exact same tree, always climbed exactly the same way over and over and over again? Well, it's not because the developers thought that was a good idea. That's the sort of thing that you don't get a chance to like randomize and change up the tree if you're busy focused on making the game run properly, on bug fixing and other really critical things. So my read, and I've never read a post-mortem on it, this is just sort of like my guess, is that if Assassin's Creed 3 had had more time, that a lot of the issues that I and others had with the story might have gotten buffed out a little bit, but rather they very wisely chose to spend that time making sure that the game was playable and that it was fun to actually operate. So yeah, the story's a mess, but the upshot is that you got a game that was more fun to play, especially with all of that bonus objectives. Like the ship combat was great. Like I can tell you, going into Assassin's Creed 3, I absolutely was not interested in ship combat. This is an Assassin's Creed game. What the hell do I want to get onto a ship for? Well, it turned out that was one of the best parts of that game. And that's not damning with faint praise. It was really good. And then they did Black Flag that was all of that and better. It's like, oh, holy shit, this game is really good. George is saying that's why you take 2 or 3 games and years rather and release a great game. Yeah, that was, I think, a lesson hard learned, but over time they did eventually move to let's not aim at every single year for our Assassin's Creed games. And I think that the franchise is definitely better for it. Less burnout, higher quality. All right, so shall we launch Enkidu and immediately get cut down? Let's see if we can launch from like a little bit of a ways away, and maybe we'll spot at least some of the guys on the outer walls. God damn it!
You must not fly there now, Enkidu.
There was an attack in Sharqiyya.
Okay.
Sounds like trouble. Let's go home.
The whole area is on high alert.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
Unexpected.
So, that's one of the few ways in. I feel like these guys might notice me aiming a knife at them. But I really want to get these guys on record. Okay, I might be able to sidle around the side. No, I don't have a handhold. Nope.
سآتي متأخرا إليك. هل تصدق أنني استدعيت للمثول أمام المجلس؟
Okay, this works.
Ooh, I've fought some of those pale long hairs. Killed a couple. They are wild, but skilled. Formidable. No, it wasn't Sajjad that led the charge into that. It was me. He was too busy pissing himself. Think the bill will win the wrestling again.
Okay. This guy should be good right here. Fuck. Okay. I am gray. The wall is gray. Leave me alone. Jeez. This guy needs to be more polite about operating by video game guard rules, that he can't see 3 feet in front of your face. Oh. Okay, God.
Huh? Where is it? Right. Gone. This time. We'll be ready.
Okay, if everybody could not fall off the edge, that'd be great. Sir? Oh, they both fell. Okay, well... Am I still out of knives? I super am. I really want a... Okay. Well, they'll notice him eventually. Maybe after I'm long gone. Call in Kidu. Thank you, game. If only I'd thought of that. Look for a way into the general's room, and that guy knows it. See, this is a case where I'd love to mark that guy's, like, patrol path, but that's what we would need in Kidu to do for us. Okay. Kinda thought the boxes would be in the way, but now that I'm down here, no, I can see that they were not.
You will suffer!
Be better.
Ow.
When I touch the horse on, blood will flow. Have to hit harder than that.
It's at least conceivable that big armor guy here is the dude I'm here for. Ow. Oh, I am out of health potions. Crap.
Your breathing is to fence me.
Wow!
Isn't this nice?
Basim was very surprised. Okay, much better this time. That's why I don't play permadeath mode. Princess Casey's saying it would be kind of cool if when it comes to these alarm areas, if the bodies that you leave lying around start to get noticed by other guards, they just sound the alarm anyway, just out of concern, then start looking for you. I am surprised that that doesn't happen. It's one of the reasons why, I guess from a design perspective, maybe they don't want to make it... They don't want the player to feel like they have to hide each and every body all the time, that would, like, slow the pace down a whole bunch. So, yeah, now we know that this guy comes down here. Do I have any more knives than I had before? No, we've got to find a knife chest. Really, what I should do is go find a knife chest and, like, some more potions and stuff, but I am stubborn.
I know you don't get angry, but you have to do something.
Okay, let's at least move these guys just out of view of the doorway. I distinctly remember in the original Thief the Dark Age. Dark Project. Thief the Dark Project. I think. Whatever it was called. I remember realizing that, like, a knockout was every bit as good as a kill because morning was never going to come. It was never going to... like, the people were never going to wake up. There was never going to be a changing of the guard. And feeling a little bit disappointed by that because I felt like it would be cool if the guards would wake up over time. It would give you a real incentive not to knock out every single guard, but rather really pick and choose, knowing that there was going to be basically a hidden timer that would start. What is happening now? These guys... No! Stop it!
Not getting through.
Come here. We're not blowing that horn, even though somehow these guys heard you.
None will best me.
Out of stamina. This will be fine. I don't want to get the gate guards involved in this. Dodge! Total lack of stamina is kind of an issue here.
God will not suffer you to live. Time to mince the meat. Is it my turn?
Okay.
No! I'll call for help. Just you wait.
Okay, that poison's gonna help a lot. So, the guys in this area have much better eyesight than I'm expecting. Like, seriously. I keep thinking that I can, like, edge around them, and then they're like, I see him! So, I need to adjust to that. I feel like I want to kill this guy, too. It's not really on the path to where I'm meant to go, but... Oh, right, we did this, and then he falls over, and the guards are right down there. Fox has something. Bruh is flabbergasted. Something on, Discord. I will check it out, Fox, but, between here and there, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. Have I said hello to you yet? I hope so. That. Those guys. There's our bird archer enemy. And down over there, that's where it all really fell apart. Fox has been here and lurking. Well, I hope you're having a great Thursday.
There must be a door it opens.
Yeah, I assume so. See, this is how I like my civilians. Oblivious. Not paying any attention to what just happened. The glitch in the Matrix. Oh, he got it. Fox got a screenshot of when he killed me/Basim. I prefer to think of it as killing me, because Basim would be much better at this. Okay, let's do this much better than last time. Oh, you know another thing? I shouldn't be doing this during the daytime. I don't know why I didn't, like, find some place to take a knee until sunset. It would have been way smarter. Basim, B-A-S-I-M.
Hey!
Grumpy's paying his income tax. Ramen for everybody. I love ramen. I think I've said this during like Persona. I want to have actual ramen. I want to go to like an actual Japanese. The food in Japan, of all the amazing things in Japan, I feel like experiencing like the actual authentic cuisine would be just fantastic. That, Italy, love to have like, I really like Vietnamese food. It's really good. I've never had a bad Vietnamese meal. I've never had a bad Japanese meal either. Someday I'm gonna have a bad Japanese meal in the form of like sushi, and it will kill me dead. But until that happens, it's really good. Okay, so this is now the furthest that I've ever been in this particular mission. Okay, I feel like I want to go up here. Okay, I really feel like that guy wouldn't see me, but I'm going to be extra careful now. Okay, bird friend is right over here. Aha! Okay. Kaz is agreeing Vietnamese food is super tasty.
Let us get a wider view.
Yeah, it's I old news to a lot of old fans of the channel, but like I love Japanese food, I like Vietnamese food. I can't remember if I've had Korean food. Thai food, it's really good, like so good. Chinese food, I just don't care for it as much, and it's probably just that I've gone to like a lot of like low quality like Chinese takeout places, and if I had actual real Chinese food I would like it every bit as much. But yeah, it's not that I don't like it, it's not like a thing for me at all. It's not the thing that like you get hungry, like that was like the thing, the meme about like Chinese food for a long time. It's not that. It's just like like the best Chinese food that I've ever had has been fine. It's fine. It's okay. It qualified as edible. And I mean, like, honestly, I feel like the worst Chinese food I've had has just been that, but, like, not as tasty. I don't have a lot of, like, strong experiences with Chinese food one way or the other. And, like, a lot of other cuisines from, like, that area of the globe are like, oh my god, it's so good. Okay, I don't really care about those guys over there. Kazing, comfort food is, Caribbean. I don't feel like I've had a lot of Caribbean cuisine. My comfort food is definitely Italian. Like, almost anything that you would find on an Italian menu. In fairness, again, I've had like a lot of American Italian food, but I can't imagine that the real thing from Italy would not be better. Right. That door is locked. However, anytime you see like, oh, these are not inside. I was going to say, anytime you see like these, like fire pots inside a place, usually that means that you can, perfect, huck a knife at them and they will, okay, so I want to blow that open to get inside. In order to do that, I would want to make use of one of the fire pots that's down here. And how would I get it up here? I could try to throw it, but that doesn't... Let's look. Let's not overthink it. Okay, so if I wanted to... this actually looks like it might work. All right, let's try that. I feel like that was not nearly far enough. Let's wait a second. No. Yeah, I feel like it's too heavy. This doesn't appear to go up and down. It's not like an elevator. I can't climb the ladder with a fire pot in my hand. I could come over here. Walk over here. That doesn't look smashable. Come over here. And then go up there. Yep, okay. I've got a path. We can do it. And actually, I don't have to go all the way around. We'll just go the short way. Kaz's grandmother came from St. Kitts. Grandfather came from Jamaica. Aunties were born in St. Lucia. And an uncle was born in Antigua. So, did you then grow up, like, among... like, whenever you encountered like extended family, like that was the cuisine, and that, like, I can see that being as a major source of comfort if it's tied up with all the family memories as well. Yeah, I feel like I just haven't had a lot of Caribbean food. There's some places around. We could go there. There's very few meals that like types of food that I wouldn't try. Like, in other words, I can't think of like, oh, every time I've had this style or preparation of food, oh, it was yucky, so I don't want to try it anymore. I don't think there's anything like that. Oh, I will say this, like, I don't really think in my head of this as being like a Chinese food, unless it is, if somebody wants to correct me. Wonton soup. I actually really like wonton soup. I've not had a bad wonton soup. With or without the little noodles, or like what do you call those? There is a word for the thing that's in wonton soup. The wons or the tons, whichever one that is. Kaz is saying it's a traditional Chinese dish. Yeah, that's really good. Wonton soup is actually, like, super filling. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're trying to go there.
I need your eyes, my friend.
I feel like those dudes are really going to be a problem. Can I mark there? Oh, good. That's actually a small area. No patrol. No patrol. All right. So those guys are there, but I think that the guy who walks in a triangle won't be that big a deal. Okay, so my exploration mark is there. Shh, everybody just relax. Can I... So I don't think that I can do that without these guys seeing. I think that even the guys that are practicing, like I'm in their eye line. Down. Okay. I just want to get in here and we'll do one of our, like, point assassinations. Or this. Kaz grew up with Caribbean food being normal, especially when it came to family functions. Okay. Now there is at least one guy that patrols around here, so I want to try to conceal these bodies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that dude right there. Sure, okay. Fortunately, he doesn't think there's anything amiss. Okay, now we can check this out without fear of getting distracted or
the
caught.
The general's balcony might be open. That is a brave move for a coward. And foolish.
Adjust your rounds to double the number of passes by the western side of the villa. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the key that I'm zeroing in on or the lock that the key opens. Let's see if it's on a man or a door. That looks like the door.
What? Die now!
I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Okay. Lady, now is not the time or the place. Alright, I don't know the outward limits of my teleporty power. And I still haven't learned them because that went perfectly. Okay. Oh, is that the dude? Like, surely there's got to be a better way than just run in there. We could try to whistle? I don't feel like there's a lot of... What was it? Hold on. What was it about the, Oh. I think they said something about the balcony being open. I think I was supposed to go that way. Boo. Well, let's see if we can take out the guardsman first.
Huh? Who's here? Hold on!
It'd be so stupid if this works.
There is a note. Almar de Juar had questions about our friend's past. Smart. He was ordered to a meeting at the Great Garrison.
We've walked past there a few times. I haven't been inside, I don't think. We have much to discuss. Seems we've been telling lies.
That is two down. I should return to Fulaz.
I cannot beat that guy. I'm letting you guys know this isn't, well, I mean, it is cowardice, but this isn't like expedient cowardice. This is, I actually cannot beat that guy. I'm also not entirely, oh, I have a snack.
There you are!
Princess Casey's favorite. Traditional Scottish food. Got plenty of it in the kitchen. Okay.
I should return to Fulaz and tell him Al-Rukh and Al-Aishin are dead.
Okay. My what's it called? Notoriety is up high enough that I would absolutely spend a coin or whatever to just lower it immediately. I wonder and hope that there was not a special assassination that I just missed there. From going onto the balcony, like luring him out in the balcony. Because I think like just going in there was like the sloppy way.
Rest now.
Okay, so there's a poster there. Wow, weird that there's a poster, but not one of the guys that you can bribe. I feel like the torn posters, where you can bribe the guy with a token, those are actually, like, really common. All right, well, every little bit counts.
The things that pass for art these days.
القراءة في السوق اليوم؟
Saying that Abernathy biscuits are divine. Shame I can't. Shame I'm not in England. I'm not sure that I've heard of Abernathy biscuits before. Wait, is this like... I feel like if I'm remembering correctly, in Britain, a biscuit is what we would call a cookie. Is that correct? I like both biscuits and cookies, so almost any definition of that is going to sound good to me. Well, then again, I've had worse biscuits than I've had cookies. If biscuits come out like super dry, that's always a bummer. All right, I feel like we can get rid of our notoriety here. We're coming up on one of the yellers, the town criers.
Travelers from
The Shurta are determined to smear my name. Accept this as proof of my innocence.
It is done. Now, Philip, citizens, the brigand who beset us is apprehended. No longer will he blind our streets. Hear me, citizens of Baghdad. The Khalifa is pleased to share a fascinating
Wait, am I... Where's... Sorry. Oh, here we go. It's like, wait a second. I used to know how to get in here. Go. Okay, so I feel like beyond that door, there's actually going to be a... like the next main story sequence. And although I was hoping to get through the... like, this whole section here... like this main mission, a lot of our exploration at the beginning, including getting that bugged optional quest done, sort of ate up the time that we had. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here. This was a very, very fun episode. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me for tonight's episode of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Hopefully the next episode that we do, the next stream, will be some Persona. That's most likely going to be on Saturday, but I'm not sure. It might be some more of this depending on where we get to in Persona. Yeah, title screen is what we're looking for. Otherwise, we're going to go find somebody fun to raid, and that will be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Dr. Kaz, Princess Casey, Fox McCloud, Sam Melander. Just scroll back here real quick. George, just double check here. Jägermeister, Asperby, Inner, and I think Maxine have gone to bed, but nonetheless, thank you guys very, very much. Yep, I think that's, if I miss you, sorry, it only scrolls back so far. We will see you guys again, hopefully on Saturday, and until next time, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.